Hey, this ain't a drill. Only time I'm playing is on the field. And when I'm on the field, no, I got mad skills. And you know we bout to eat this a fast meal. Y'all gotta pay for this heat like a gas bill. We keep on coming back, so yeah, they mad still. Everyone sick, make them pay me some bad bills. Red, white, and blue like Superman, so you know we eating at the Super Bowl. Kill the competition, set up the funeral. Josh Allen catching all the shots you go for. We callin' blitz. Ready to start, we ain't calling no quits. I'm the #1 draft pick. A lot of y'all talk, but I ain't hearing it. Only listen to Keyshawn and him. Talk about the Bills, dominating on the field. All our players got them skills. Buffalo gon' make a kill when we talk about the Bills. Dominating on the field, and our players got them skills. Buffalo gon' make a kill.
What's going on? Welcome back to another live episode of the Postpodiumpodcast, home of the all truth, no sodium takes. I am your co-host Aramis,
and I be crashed. What's up, 40 keys, everybody?
you got so much sleep this week. I don't want to hear it.
Oh no, I'm talking about my
your computer.
Yeah, it's not opening, but it's fine. We'll get through this.
Oh no,
I'm gonna work through it. Don't worry.
Okay, all right. I think I can hold this over until you get back on.
I mean, I got ideas in my head. I got stuff rattling around in my dome, but yeah, go ahead. What you got? What you got?
All right. So let me see. Let me see what y'all think about this. We're gonna start off with stuff we heard. Welcome to the show. For those of you that are joining us for the first time, welcome. Please know that you are more than welcome to hop into the chat and ask us any questions you would like about Buffalo Bills or anything football related, even hockey related, I guess.
Yeah, it's warm and cozy in here. We're going to try to get you out of here so you can see the Sabres win tonight.
Yeah, just get it over with already. Like, seriously, we know we're the better team. Just get it done.
If it goes to Game 7, then I'm nervous.
Yeah. The only thing we have to warn you about if you're here for the first time is if you do happen to hop in our chat, you are a part of the family for sure. But you can't get out after that. After that, you're just in there forever. It is what it is. And like our folks would tell you, like you're stuck forever.
But I didn't subscribe. It doesn't matter if you're subscribed. You're still part of the family.
For sure. All right. I got a few things lined up. I want to play a cool little game with the depth chart today.
Oh, crap.
I want to, you don't have to do any extra work.
No, I want to.
I also want to kind of get into, why the Bills need a true nose tackle for
Stick around for that.
And honestly, I found something very interesting surrounded around what we talked about in the text about, the people kind of thinking this is going to be a 3-4, but it actually might not be.
If it's not, I would be vindicated. I'm like, I told y'all suckers. No.
So I found something that kind of lends in that direction. So we'll check in on that, once we get some more people in here. But first and foremost, stuff we heard, right? There's a 2026 running back ranking that came out from Dov Kleiman on Twitter. Okay. Now this is from Top.
J-Ham, watch your mouth. Watch your mouth, J-Ham. He said, here we go to the depth chart again. Watch your mouth. This is low news cycle. No, we're going to give y'all some good stuff. Trust me.
It's just an exercise. I like to think. That's all it is. It's not. I'm not coming at the depth chart or nothing like that. I think it'll be fun. It'll be fun. I'm going to try to make it as fun as I possibly can.
And J-Ham also said the chat's not on the screen, which my mouse doesn't want to do.
The chat, I just put it on the screen just now, so we're good there.
Yeah. Okay.
And I got to do this.
Bing and pow. You're just trying to get my notes up. I get it.
Is that what it is?
I think
is that what I'm doing? All right. So the 2026 running back rankings was posted, and this is post NFL draft. This is posted by Dov Kleiman on Twitter. Can you guess where James Cook is on this list?
Let's see. It's going to start with number 1, and I'm going to say 11.
Okay. Do you know who number 11 is? Kenneth Walker. Kenneth Walker. I will give you the first 4 on this list, okay? 14, and you tell me what you think about this list after it's all said and done, but 14, Saquon Barkley.
He's number 1.
He's 14.
He's 14.
He's 14.
Oh, boy.
Okay. 13, Jadarian Price.
Okay. Yeah, that's fine.
Ahead of Saquon Barkley. Okay.
Right.
12, Devon Achane.
Okay.
And then obviously I told you 11 is Kenneth Walker. 10, James Cook.
He's ahead of Saquon.
Okay.
He's ahead of Saquon.
All right.
It's a win.
These are the running backs ahead of James
and
Cook.
Number 2 is going to be Reggie Gilliam.
No. No. Right, exactly. That's kind of my point. He hasn't played a snap and ahead of Saquon. Yes, bro. Yes. What's up, Albert? Okay, number nine, Ashton Jeanty. Ahead of James Cook. Number 9, Ashton Jeanty.
I guess that's the Josh Allen rule. Look what he's working with. He has no quarterback. He has no line. He has no wide receivers. It's just him.
I mean,
I guess. I mean, I'm not agreeing. I'm just saying probably.
Yeah, no, I applaud you for trying to be as bipartisan as you can possibly be. Number 8, Cam Scatterbo. I want to see what you do with this.
This is Doug Clayman. That tells you this is Doug Clayman. Mm-hmm. Yep, Doug Clayman.
Oh man. Okay. Let me see here. Number 7, Jeremiah Love.
Right.
Just goes
right
back
third
to,
overall. Yeah, you got third overall.
Go right back to Big Shaka's point. Hadn't played a snap of football
Don't
yet
matter.
in the NFL.
Don't matter. This is fantasy football.
Automatically better than James Cook. All right. Let me see. Number 6 is Jonathan Taylor. Okay. Number 5, Chase Brown. Number 4, Chase Brown, number 5.
Okay.
Yep. Number 4, Christian McCaffrey. Number 3, Omarion Hampton.
Okay.
Number 2, Bijan Robinson.
Mm-hmm.
And number 1, Jahmyr Gibbs. Now, I get it.
It sounds like what would happen if somebody tried to give me a mock draft, empty mock draft. Say, here, fill this out. I'd be like, all these names, put them somewhere.
I mean, fantasy football wise, maybe I don't see how Cam Scatterbo is going to be better in fantasy than James Cook. I can't get there.
I mean, he might have been okay if you would have said like in no particular order, but
the offensive line for the Cardinals, I can't get there with Jeremiah Love. Chase Brown has, if the rumors are correct and the Bengals really are trying to get a hold of who's the tight end from the Falcons?
Oh, Pitts.
Yeah, if they are trying to get Pitts and they do get him, that's 3 targets ahead of Chase Brown. Most of Chase Brown's appeal is he's a dual threat guy. He can catch the ball. He get, in that offense, especially with them being down and all that kind of stuff. When they're on the comeback, they still keep their running back on the field and throw to him, right? So I thought this was kind of a interesting, perspective. But after a 1,600-yard season and leading the league in touchdowns a year before, I don't understand how James Cook is not higher on this list.
Hey.
He got enough burn. He put up enough stats to justify him being, in my opinion, where Chase Brown is.
Yeah.
And he was better than Chase Brown in fantasy last year.
I mean, you're not gonna complain. You're not gonna get no opposition out of me.
Yeah, just weird.
Just food for thought, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a great list. Doug Clayman.
I
need you to take that list, turn that some bit sideways, and stick it straight up your Rudy Poo candidate. I ain't gonna say it.
All right, it's right up there. Just
turn it sideways. Just
yeah. Okay. All right. That's enough of that one. I was trying to see if we could get Coach D on the show today, but he is in Detroit and cannot make it. So
D-Town.
Detroit is where he resides right now. Here. All right. So let's do this. Let's get this exercise out of the way. And we're almost there. We got 32 people here. Hopefully we have 32 likes. Wink, wink.
We've been good so far.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Not gonna lie.
Nah.
Yeah. We
this is my best stuff.
Huh?
This is my best stuff.
Right now?
Don't get no better than this.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right. So here's what I want to do. I want us to build out the depth chart with the players that we think should be the starters on day one.
I like this. You know why? Because I was listening to what's it called with Jeremy White, Joe Marino, and Joe Ostrowski, and I mean, obviously, we didn't talk about this exercise before the show, but
yeah.
I was like, so they're like, the roster is better now. I'm like, how? Right. And that's not even a slight on. But see, that tells you everything you need to know about scheme, because that's not even a slight on any of the players we drafted. Not a slight on DJ Moore, but if you look at the starters, we're replacing 3 people on defense, we're replacing 4 people on offense, whatever the case may be. Mm-hmm. Eureka, revolutionary. Okay, go ahead.
All right. So here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna start. Obviously, we know quarterback Josh Allen is in there, so I'm just gonna pencil him in. No arguments needed. For those of you that think,
wait. You didn't even mention Shane Bussell.
I mean, I was.
Can we talk about this? No.
I was getting to that place. I was getting to that place where I was like, I don't know. Some of you guys might feel like Kyle Allen's got a real shot here, but I digress. All right. So here's what we're going to do. I'm also going to pencil in the starting running back.
Sure.
As James Cook.
He's only number 11 in the NFL.
Yeah, which, I mean, that justifies him not, he'll be in competition, right? Because everything in Buffalo is about competition.
With Frank Gore.
At all positions. Yeah, yep. Frank Gore Jr.
Yep.
Not even the regular Frank Gore, just the mini version. Yep. Okay, so James Cook is RB1. All right.
Would you be mad if I start calling him Gore? Frank Gore Jr. Remember that? Remember James Bond Jr., the cartoon back when we were kids?
Mm-hmm.
Remember he was like, the name is Bond. James Bond Jr. I think Frank Gore should be Gore. Frank Gore Jr. I'm going to start doing it. Yep. And just be like, why the hell does he keep saying my name like that? Because I want to. Because I can. Anyway, go ahead.
We're gonna make a button out of that.
Yes.
We're gonna make a button out of that. Let's do it. All right.
He's got to make the team first, though.
You don't think he's going to make the team? Who's ahead of him?
Ray and Ty.
Ty's still here?
Yeah, Ty's still here. Yep, Ty's still here.
Oh my gosh. Okay. Frank Gore is 4th on the depth chart behind Ray Davis. You also got Desmond Reed. They signed in. Have you
seen him? You seen him play?
Not yet. Yeah.
That little boy is fast.
Okay.
Shifty. I mean, he's little, literally 5'6". Little.
Our own personal A-chain.
Yeah, that's what they compare him to. That's his comparison.
Wow.
Yeah.
I gotta check this dude out now. It's funny. I have I saw a video on YouTube of just welcome to Buffalo, blah blah blah, and I'm like, I'll have to watch that later on just to see about this guy, and like the way they posted this video is like, this dude is nice, and I'm just like, all right, I'll check it out. So for sure, after the show today, I will watch.
Yeah, I think we dropped him. We're gonna go back to here. I'm not gonna hijack your whole thing, but yeah, the thing about him was he's 5'6", like 170 pounds, and running backs were not really highly sought after this year. So by virtue of that, and going to Pitt, nah.
So he'll actually be better than where than an undrafted free agent would be expected to be.
Yeah.
Interesting. Very interesting. Okay. Good stuff. All right. Let's start off with wide receiver 1. Okay. And here's what we're going to do for this exercise. You guys are more than welcome to comment in the chat what you think the answer should be at each position. If you're looking at a depth chart currently, we're not going to associate any position with any, current listing on any particular depth chart. Just assume that all the wide receivers are just put in the same pool, and you can pick and choose whoever you want from that pool and put them in whatever position you want to put them. Doesn't matter if they were already listed there or not. Cool?
Let's do it.
All right. Wide receiver 1. Who you got?
DJ Moore.
DJ Moore. All right. We're going to put DJ Moore down. And here's what I'm going to do too, after we're done with this list, is I am going to propagate the hell out of this.
I can't
this
wait.
Depth chart.
You know it's going
media.
somewhere. You know he ain't just going to do this. It's going somewhere. Me, I'm like, oh, let me just put here and here and here.
I'm going to post this everywhere we can. This is how the depth chart should look day one of the 2026 season. All right. Wide receiver 2. This is probably going to be the most interesting conversation of the day.
Wide receiver 2. Okay, so you said this is ambiguous. It's not like slide. It's
whoever you want to put in wide receiver. Shakir?
Yep.
Love it. All right. Khalil Shakir. Khalil Shakir is going in as wide receiver 2. Okay. Oh, snap. We got Tobonius Lex. I gotta remember to turn that up every time I say his name. What's up? Who else do we got in the chat?
Yeah, I don't know why my mouse isn't working this, so I can't.
Is it on?
Yeah.
Wow, and it's not working? Hold on. All right.
There we go.
Yeah. Okay. We got some movement. We got Walter in the chat, J Ham in the chat, Nady in the chat, Billy D in the chat, No Bones in the chat, I Roll in the chat, Laura in the chat, Zoomer in the chat. What's up, y'all? Bodega Cat, what's going on? Weston, what up, man? Who else? Daquan, what's going on, man? Let's see. Roy in the chat. Who
Billy
else?
D. Williams, Colt 45.
Who else hiding out at the top of this joint?
We got Walter. We got cousin Ham. That's it. I know you said J Ham, but that's cousin Ham to me.
Albert, I just saved your question. We'll get to that shortly. Don't worry.
Oh, I saw 3-4. I can't wait for that question. I don't even know what it said.
Yeah, the ATL, what's up? What's up? Who else we got in here? Sam, what's up? What's up? Is that it? Is that it? Tommy, what's going on?
Yes.
All right, I think we covered everybody up till now. So,
Buffalo Buddha, I see you you got in the 11th hour there.
Yep. You really don't chat much, but you be there though. I
see you, see me, see you.
Wide receiver 3, bro. Wide receiver 3. You can have anybody in this wide receiver room play the slot position. Who you taking?
Skylar Bell.
Skylar Bell. Very interesting. Okay, I'm gonna create and this is I'm probably gonna feel so disrespected after this. I'm going to create. Where is this thing? Let me see here. Styles. Where is it? Oh, here we go. I'm going to create a poll. And this poll is going to be who should play wide receiver 3. Now, the reason I'm putting this out there is because I know you and I have talked about this before, and I still kind of want to see it. Keon Coleman is a big slot.
I wouldn't be mad at it. I think in my mind, I think Skylar's closer to it now, but I think Keon is, in the nature of Keon, gives you more as a backup across all 3. And if Dalton Kincaid goes down, if Knox goes down, I think your Keon Coleman would be a good 4. So you could strip down to 11 and go with 4 wide receivers, whatever case you want to do.
Okay. If you want to vote, all you got to do is hit the number. So number 1 for Skylar Bell, number 2 for Keon Coleman. Go. Yeah, I get what you're saying. And it makes a lot of sense. It really does make a lot of sense. And it sounds like something that the coaches would definitely do. Here's my contention. If you want the guy to develop, if you want the guy to kind of showcase what he's about and showcase what he's worked on and to show everybody that he can be a consistent and constant contributor on this offense, I think he's going to have to be in position to get a lot of touches.
Mm-hmm.
I think Skylar Bell, number 3 for Shakir. No, we're not doing that. Shakir has already been put outside as the wide receiver 2 on this depth chart.
And I think you got to type in the chat 1 or 2, I believe. Yeah, there you go.
Yep, there you go. All right. Yeah. So that's just kind of my mindset. Like if you want Keon Coleman to kind of take that next step, he's got to get reps. And I think his best shot right now, if you're putting Khalil on the outside, is to get Coleman in the slot. He'll be much better in the slot in a lot of different formations. You could do a lot of different things with him. It wouldn't have to be, one consistent, route combination or something like that. And I know Brady has run in the past more like Air Coryell type stuff. And
he does that
right. That's what I'm saying. If he does that, then I think I would want to see Coleman in the slot more, because I can't do Josh Allen throwing any more back shoulder fades or any of that kind of stuff to Coleman anymore. Get him inside on some slants, get him inside on some zone looks and all that kind of stuff. Let the man really go to work and show what he can do. And the added benefit to that is you can still sub him out from time to time with Skylar Bell. You can sub Skylar Bell in and out with Khalil Shakir as well, and let him get reps outside and inside.
Mm-hmm.
I think I'm sorry. What I think adds benefit to that is if you increase Keon Coleman's value by getting his stats up, come off season next year, you'll be able to get a much higher draft pick for him when you go ahead and trade him away. Cause I'm not sure, based on what the Bills have drafted so far and where it seems like they're trying to go with the offense. I just don't know if Coleman fits what they're going to be trying to do. Air Coryell is really not his game.
Not really. And Albert said, the dude who always says you have to come in and compete and not be given a position, what's the spot to go to rookie? Is this a captain, or you really believe him that much? I don't believe you have to come in. I think you should come in if you have the talent and get the spot. I said they gave Keon the spot without really deserving it at the time. I said that he wasn't ready for it. But yeah, no, I think that much of him. I don't just say come in and compete and just compete. I think if you're talking about a guy who people pretty much gave up on, we'll see if Brady really means what he said about Keon Coleman. But I think Skylar Bell is somebody that can come in and actually compete for a spot. And I think Skylar Bell, at very least, will get rid of the Josh Palmer at number 2 at some point.
Yeah, Bodega Cat says he's a 25-year-old rookie, so he might come into camp and snatch that number 3 spot.
Yeah,
it's definitely possible. I mean, look, he showed that he definitely is on Keon's level as far as route running, and possibly even better than Keon as far as route running is concerned. I think what we'd be looking for from Skylar Bell is a definite answer on, can his body handle the NFL level? Does he have enough strength to play outside? Is he NFL shifty enough to play inside? Right? I think a lot of that stuff matters when it comes to understanding a player's value on a team versus another player, because it's very easy to look at Skylar Bell's play in college especially against the competition that he was playing against, and say, man, this guy's electric. Look at him on the field. But if he's on the field with a bunch of guys that probably won't make the NFL.
Yes. For me, that was my knock on Skylar Bell, the competition.
Yeah.
I think I have to bypass that for now and just realize what he is. Yeah. And he's a good wide receiver. Yeah, I think he's better in a Z. So, I mean, like I said, everybody is complaining about me saying Shakir he's a number 3. No. Just because you're in the slot doesn't mean you're number 3.
Right.
Shakir was our number 1 receiver last year, and he was in the slot.
Yeah.
1 is not an X, 2 is not a Z, 3 is not a Y, is not the Y. It depends on the skill set and depends on your productivity, not where you're placed on the football field.
Mm-hmm. Yep. All right. So for now, I'm going to leave Skylar Bell in there. Keon Coleman is winning the vote. Everybody get in on this vote. We need to be sure about who we're putting in this position right now.
Jamie, push number 1. Well, Rose said it too. No, because he said Bell, and it's not going to register unless you hit literally push number 1.
So the vote is there in the bottom left hand corner. Whoever you want to vote for, you have to hit the number 1 for Skylar Bell or the number 2 for Keon Coleman. So type it, press send, and then the app will register whatever number you put in and count it.
Wait a minute, Roy. Roy said number 1 Moore, 2 Shakir, 3. Didn't Roy just give me crap for saying Shakir's number 2? No, I think he's saying that's what goes in there, but no. I'm just messing with him.
This is who should start in.
Yeah, no, Roy, he's just telling them what the numbers notate, but I like how he wrote that. 1 for Moore, 2 is Shakir. You're right, like I said. Anyway, last end of that conversation. No, but honestly, I think I would
Roy
like
said number 3 for neither.
He did hit 3. I think I would like Keon to win it because I'm pulling for everybody saying he sucks and he's garbage is in 3rd. I would like for him to grab it, but I think Skylar Moore actually does make more sense as the 3rd option in the room right now.
Yeah, mostly because of what they're doing with the offense. I agree with you there. I just again, I don't want to feel like I got nothing for Keon this entire time. Right. You know what I'm saying? And man, this is probably one of the more difficult conversations that I think this fan base can have, because both sides have very, very legitimate perspectives. On Skylar Bell's perspective, it's not just, well, he's better than Coleman. Mm-hmm. Yeah, in some ways, he may be better than Coleman. The other reason you might want to get Skylar Bell in there is because he's 25. And if he sits for another year, he's 26, right? How much more of his prime are you going to get if you don't get him into the game right now and get him acclimated and see what he's got? Mm-hmm. But again, on Keon Coleman's side, again, if you give him an opportunity and he shines, man, that's a 4th, 5th, maybe a 3rd round pick you're looking at for him next year for a team that's really interested to get him off your hands.
Yeah, in my world, I'm looking at what is his next contract in Buffalo going to be. That's where I'm with it.
Well,
that's the best. Yeah, that's the best case scenario is saying he works out and we keep him. So when I say Skylar Bell over Keon Coleman, I'm not saying Keon Coleman's cooked and I want him gone. I'm just, I'm not saying that's what you're saying.
Yeah.
But when I do this exercise, I'm like, okay, he's gonna be a good backup, right? Yeah, I hope. And that's what I want. If he usurps the spot from somebody else, even better. Now we're talking about a wide receiver room that's got a wide receiver room.
Yeah.
And that's what we want. We want the real, like Albert said, competition. We want the competition.
Yeah.
We want everybody to be like, oh man, I dropped the ball. Damn, Keon's coming in. Damn, Palmer's coming in. Damn, I'm screwed. You want that because that means there's somebody behind it that the coach is like, you know what? Next man up. I can't have this because I trust everybody.
Yeah. Yeah. All right, let's keep having this debate. Let's keep having this vote. I'll mention this from time to time for any new people that come in, so that they can contribute, and we'll see what we got by the end of the show.
Yeah, and Roy, I didn't like the pick either. But that's why I think right now, and that's where my Homer glasses that everybody don't think I have come into play. I believe in Keon. We believe in Keon. We want him here. We're gonna do everything we can and get Keon in a position to be successful in this roster. Okay, that's Brandon Bean.
Okay. Sam says keep sleeping on Palmer. You better watch your back, Key.
I'm not gonna sleep because he might come grab me up.
Sam was coming for you. Look, I get the don't sleep on Palmer deal. Here's the thing. The offense he played in LA is a lot closer to the Air Coryell that we're probably going to be going to here. A lot of the routes that you saw him run, his role in that offense, it was a lot of the deep posts. It was a lot of the the nines and all that kind of stuff. Cool. I think at the end of the day, though, this is a player that is not on the higher end of the spectrum when it comes to gifted athletes in the wide receiver pool across the NFL, right? And even though there's some savvy to his game, even though he's made plays and put up numbers and stuff like that, I don't think this team with this new head coach is going to be heavily invested in making him work per se. Especially after you draft, Skylar Bell, who can play the Z. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. I just, for the money on top of that, we'll have to see. We'll have to see. I mean, I'm having fun with this exercise right now. from a realistic standpoint, Josh Palmer has the number 2 spot already. We'll have to see what he does and go from there. I mean, he really didn't get a ton of opportunity last year with him being hurt and all that. So thank you, Sam, for throwing some water on our party here. Tight end 1. Who should start at tight end 1 for the Buffalo Bills in the 2026 season?
This is where everybody's going to like cancel this fool.
Oh, let's do it. Let's do it.
Dawson Knox.
Wow, that's so funny because I had Dawson Knox too. I had him too.
But they did not. They're like, this dude's an idiot. That's on to a side. Now them come back in. I told you this dude's a dummy. I told you.
Oh my gosh.
Sam Than Zoomer's on our side. Yes. Boy,
whoa, look at that.
Well, they get to Haas. I was close. I was close.
You know what? I wouldn't mind Haas.
I was close.
To saying Haas?
Yeah.
Yeah. I wouldn't. I don't know what it is. I really like the kid. I do. I like that. I like that there's a deceptiveness to his game. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Like he comes in as the best blocking tight end in the draft last year. But oh, by the way, he just does his job and he makes the catch whenever you throw it to him.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, what more could you want from a tight end? Like he's like a old school, 90s tight end. Like I love that. I love that about the kid. I really do. Okay. Now I might have to put up another poll for this one.
Number 2.
Who? No.
Oh.
No. We're only doing one tight end. We're only doing one tight end.
Oh, okay. I didn't know where this was going. Okay. Oh, this is going starters. This is like basically starters. We're doing that.
What play are you talking about, Sam? Y'all remember that you got is that when he put the dude's face in the grass?
Is it the Cincinnati one?
I think it might be.
Kirkpatrick?
He was running up along the sideline and just booze.
Yeah. Well, okay, so see, that's the thing. That's why I like Knox so much, because none of us know what player you're talking about, because he's done this more than one time.
For real. For real.
When he trucked Drake Kirkpatrick.
Yo. Yes, bro.
But he did dribble somebody's head off the ground too. Yeah, he did.
I needed him to get those opportunities this whole time. I feel bad for the kid because I've even said, like, dude, he's getting paid way too much for the production that he's getting.
Right.
It's really more so he's getting paid too much for the production that he's been given.
Yeah.
You know, those are two completely different things. Right.
If he was dropping everything, if he was just bad out there, yeah.
Exactly.
But when Knox goes down, or when Kincaid goes down, when he goes down, right. 88 comes in it. I said this before. Tell me this. How many times have you caught the ball? Yo, that was a nice catch by Kincaid. Is that 88?
Yes.
This happens a lot.
Last year.
Yeah.
Yep. Okay. All right. Left tackle. Who is your starting left tackle?
Okay. So for context, we're talking about what? Bowery? We're talking about.
So we're talking
Grable?
about. Yep. We're talking about Bowery. No.
Not Grable? Or not Bowery?
Yes, Grable, not Bowery. So
is Clayton in there? Because somebody said Clayton. I wanted to box him out. I was like, how do you even mention Travis Clayton?
There are. Okay, let's put it like this. There are 7 tackles listed right now. I will give you their names.
Left tackle or all total?
I'll just total tackles. You can put them wherever you want. Right?
If we're doing okay. Okay.
So Deion Dawkins,
mm-hmm.
Tylen Grable,
mm-hmm.
Bruno Fina.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Spencer Brown, Chase Lunt, Travis Clayton, Demetrius Witherspoon. Okay.
Demetrius Witherspoon.
Undrafted free.
Okay. I'm about to say. What was that?
Right. When did we pick that guy?
Okay. So we're just doing tackle.
Tackle.
Just tackle. Spencer Brown. Spencer Brown's number 1.
At left tackle?
No, that's what I'm saying. We're doing left tackle on right, or we're just doing tackle.
Left tackle. So all the tackles go into a pool, but you can put whoever you want.
Okay.
At left and right tackle.
Okay, no. Spencer Brown is my number 1 tackle at right tackle.
Okay, I'll pencil him in for right tackle so we don't have to do that again.
Okay.
All right, who you got for left?
I'm curious about this one. I'm excited about this because we're going to disagree here. I say Deion Dawkins still.
I'm going Tylen Grable.
Okay.
I'm going Tylen
I was curious
Grable.
where I thought about him, but I just haven't seen enough of him with the concussions and all that stuff. I haven't seen enough of him yet. They say he can do it.
Yeah.
So
yeah, and look, there's something to be said about a guy who specializes in a particular position and hasn't yet made the transition to swing tackle. Like, dude, if I'm good at this, why do I need to be a swing tackle? And I get it from a team's perspective, from a GM's perspective, and a coach's perspective. You want a guy to be versatile. They talk about that all the time. We want versatility. We want guys that can play multiple positions. They make it sound like it's so hard to make this team because the talent level is so immense. When, I mean, the reality of it is these guys are talented, but I think it's more so, and this is just my perspective. I mean, obviously they're probably going to say it's not this, but it just seems like it's hard to make the roster because they get so connected to specific people in specific positions and roles that they don't want to deviate from that. Even if a player is good enough to warrant not being pegged into a square peg in a round hole type of situation, which I think is what Tylen Grable is dealing with right now. But I will say he is listed behind Deion Dawkins on the official depth chart at left tackle. So you guys, you let me know what you think in the chat. We still got this debate with Skylar Bell and Keon Coleman going. I think that one is a little more important right now than trying to debate between Tylen Grable and Deion Dawkins.
I think you upset Roy.
Did I?
I think you upset Roy. He's having a conniption. He's having a conniption.
Okay, listen. Go back and watch Tylen Grable play left tackle.
And Roll, shut your mouth. You were going to do it anyway.
Right,
you don't need an excuse. Get out of here.
Go back and watch Tylen Grable play left tackle for this team last year and the little bit of time that he got his first year here, which is 2 years ago. Okay? And you tell me that he looks like a rookie. He doesn't.
Yeah.
When you watch the man play, first and foremost, let's just acknowledge the job that he did against TJ Watt by himself.
Yeah.
Several times by himself. TJ Watt got no sacks. That was Tylen Grable guarding him that time. Spencer Brown was hurt. Right? So Tylen Grable showed that he can play the right tackle. He showed that he can do it. Is he going to be this, swing tackle that's, good on either side?
I hate that when you say, well, he played right tackle. Not that you just said, but it's true. He played right tackle. Look what he did against TJ Watt. Right. We can't start him on left side because we need him in case Spencer goes down. Like, what? Wait a minute. Whoa. Slow the bus. Slow the bus down. You got to put your best players on the field.
Thank you.
It's not, you playing too much strategy. It's way too much strategy. It's not that hard. Football's hard, but it's not that hard.
Exactly. And I think the defense this year is going to prove that because their whole mantra is we want these guys to think less, just go out there and react. Okay, well, if football really is that simple, just go out there and react as long as you know what the responsibility of your position is, then maybe there was a whole lot less of maybe there was a whole lot more of an emphasis that shouldn't have been put on the players in McDermott's scheme.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But that's neither here nor there. He's gone. My point is this. To suggest that Tylen Grable should start ahead of Deion Dawkins this season, the reasoning would be you can't. I'll say it. You cannot allow Tylen Grable to get to his very last year in his contract, and then you find out whether or not he can play. Because what's going to happen? The same thing that happened with James Cook is going to happen with Tylen Grable.
I was going to say, Samantha, yeah, we know offensive tackle isn't like that. Most right tackles can't play left, but Grable was actually a left tackle. So that's what he played in college. So he actually was out of position playing for Spencer Brown that game. So we know they drafted him to play left tackle.
And go, like I said, do your own. Don't take my word for it. Do your own research. Go watch when we played the Bengals. I think it was 2 years ago when he played against TJ Watt. No, was Spencer Brown hurt last year?
He got hurt last year
against the Steelers.
I have to look it up. I don't know when he played. I know he was hurt, and he got hurt, and he got destroyed in that. What was that? The Texans game?
Yeah.
So
So it might have been Tylen Grable against TJ Watt last year. I thought it was 2 years ago, but it was one of those years he went against TJ Watt, held his own, didn't really have a lot of help. And I paid attention because I liked the kid when we drafted him and I wanted him to get a chance.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I guess what I'm really trying to land on is you cannot let this kid get to the last year of his contract and then find out how good he is.
Facts.
On top of that, you can't do it for the sake of trying to keep Deion Dawkins happy when he's clearly declining as a player. Right?
Facts.
In a lot of ways, this comes down to the Patriot way when they were in their dynasty years. They didn't let players get to the end of their contract. They traded them away. They got rid of them. They got something for them and let the young guys come in on that next wave and develop on the job. And their development on the job, their learning curve was usually shorter because the talent level was there enough to warrant them having a starting spot in the first place, especially when Tom Brady was going to be the guy carrying the whole show anyway. That's the part that I think gets lost here is it doesn't matter if the offensive line was ranked 5th like it was 2 years ago or one of the worst ranked offensive lines in the league like it was 6 years ago, 7 years ago, right? Josh Allen had his best season of his career behind one of the worst offensive lines this team has ever had. So the facts would tell us Deion Dawkins might not be as important as we think he is to the grand scheme of how this offense works. If that's the case, shouldn't we take a shot on the younger guy, see if we could pay him a little bit less, see if we can get something in return for Deion Dawkins and make that whole journey that he's had here worth our while in the end, as opposed to just letting him play his contract out for nothing for what? For the feel goods?
Yeah. I need Santa to focus though. He said we were talking about Grable. He said I'm watching tape now, and he said, "Ah, hell no, what's Spencer done? We're watching Grable, not Spencer." Don't focus on the negative. Focus on the positive.
Right. I do like that he's choosing to do his own research, though. I really do. I really love that. All right. So we're excuse me. We are about 45 minutes into the show. Before we move any further, I want to
solicit thumbs.
Yes, I want to solicit thumbs first and foremost. Let's get those likes up if you have not done so already. If you enjoy what you're hearing and seeing, it's free to support. The only way that you can, well, it's 2 ways you can do that. You can hit the subscribe button, which, if you really don't like us that much, a thumb is much cheaper. It's much cheaper. You don't have to worry about seeing us again, but you're also, helping us out. The algorithm with live streams usually wants to see more thumbs as opposed to subs, but we will take either one if you are in a great mood today and you just feel like helping us out.
I mean, hey, it's my birthday week. Just throw it in there.
No doubt. Okay, so let me get here first, and the reason I'm doing this, I want to put the call-in link in the chat, so that if you guys wanted to call in and chime in, you can do that. Now, here's the deal. This call-in link is only going to be good until 7 o'clock. So that gives you guys about 45 minutes to decide whether or not you want to get in here and get it done. All right. Bam. There's the call-in link. I'm going to pin it. Bam. Okay. Now that's in there. Get in where you fit in and we'll make it work. All right. With that being said, let's get back to, okay. So,
Regard now.
You got Deion at left tackle?
Got Deion left tackle.
Okay, so Deion Dawkins at left tackle. All right, left guard. So here's what I'll do. I'll give you all the guards, and then you tell me who you think should start where.
This is going to be tough. It's going to be real tough.
This is going to be very interesting. All right, Alec Anderson, Jude Bowery, Nick Broker, Osiris Torrance, Austin Corbett, Armaj Reed Adams. Those 6.
That's gonna probably be it's gonna be tough. It's gonna be tough. Sorry, Billy D. I knew it was coming. You said sorry about the Nuggets. Let's see. Out of those, Osiris Torrance, number 1.
At left guard?
Sure.
Okay.
I put him. I leave him where he's at right guard. Just leave him there.
Sure.
And Oh yeah, no, Santa. I know. I was just asking about the Texans game for that's the one he got hurt in, or the one he was like getting dog walked because he was messed up. I believe either that or Atlanta. One of the two.
The
where it was really
offensive
bad.
line had a really hard time in that
Yeah,
Texans game.
Spencer Brown was out there. He looked really bad.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean health wise. Left guard. Oh God.
You want me to read the names again?
No. Oh. No. Oh God.
Is that really how bad it is?
Senke, I swear, Senke go harder than you in the paint. He said, Dawkins been the weakest link on the line. Stop the cap.
Let's go. Let's go. Let him have it, Senke. Let him have it.
I'm not saying he's not. I'm not saying he is. I'm just saying we're talking about left guard now. This is the weakest link. I didn't even name him yet. I didn't even put a name here. McGovern. No.
Oh, wow.
Alec Anderson. Alec Anderson at left guard.
Wow. Alec Anderson.
I'm not doing Corbett. There's no way I'm doing Corbett. There's no way I'm doing. Wait, where was Chase Lunt? Did you have in the tackle pool?
Chase Lunt is in the tackle pool.
I know he's not a guard, but okay. It's gonna be a competitive training. Yeah, a Buffalo Bills competitive training camp at left guard.
Okay. All right. And then center, you got McGovern,
Yeah,
Van Pran Granger,
yep.
and Lloyd Cushenberry.
You know the truth.
McGovern it is.
McGovernment.
Okay. All right. That was kind of hard going through the offensive line. I know it was hard to put up with. Thank you for your patience. But now we get to the most interesting part
Defense
of this entire
punting
depth chart.
The punter. Okay, good.
I mean, we know who the kicker and punter is going to be.
It better be. Yeah, the punter better be the new dude. It better be. I don't want to hear about nothing about no Wisnowski.
Starting right outside linebacker. I'm going to give you all of the linebackers on the outside.
Chubby. Go ahead.
Okay. Greg Rousseau, Mike Hoyt, Javon Solomon, Cade Denoff.
Who?
Undrafted free agent.
Who?
Cade Denoff. Denhoff.
Where he's from? Don't worry about it. It's fine.
Let me see if there's something. He is out of. Well, that sucks. It doesn't say where. Oh, Clemson. Sorry.
Okay, I'm about to say where he go to Winslow East.
Right. There's some kind of shell game going on here where they're just putting players on the roster so they can cover up money going somewhere.
Ryan Mexico's next.
Okay, so you got those four names?
Yep.
All right. The other linebackers that we're putting into the pool: Bradley Chubb, T.J. Parker, Andre Jones Jr. So there's 7 outside linebackers right now. Who you got at right outside linebacker?
Chubb.
All right, we're putting Chubb at that right outside spot. All right. Rush tackle, which in this defense would be defensive tackle. The names that you have at your disposal: Ed Oliver, Dwayne Carter, Zane Durant.
You can't put Dwayne Carter into the rush tackle conversation. You can't do that.
You just gonna laugh a guy's name off the list, bro. Like, what kind of stuff is that?
I wasn't prepared for that at all.
As soon as you hear the guy's name, you can't do that. Like,
Who did Kobe? We got a super chat. Marcus Warren, salute fellas, sending some support for great content and go Bills. Well, I appreciate you.
Thank you,
Marcus Warren.
Oh man, appreciate that
All
very
right.
much.
So rush tackle.
Yeah, rush tackle. What you got?
Okay, rush tackle. Rush tackle is the 3T.
Yep.
So I'll just explain for you guys. 3T Ed Oliver.
Got you. All right, Oliver is at 3T. All right, nose tackle. Deion Walker, Fedarian Mathis, and Zion Logue.
That's where Dwayne Carter goes because he bulked up. Bulked up.
Up top.
Up
You
top.
gotta make sure to clarify, like Brandon
Up top,
Bean did.
not a
Yeah,
game.
he really bulked up.
Down low. You don't work on his
Up
legs. Up top, not a game. Solid.
Right?
Down low.
Was,
you don't work on his legs.
He was injured down low, so you can't put any weight on down there. He's up top.
He gonna sit on the ground, just push press.
He gonna come in the building looking like Johnny Bravo. It's just
a big Dorito. We don't give him a chair. Push press his ass. Okay, so nose tackle. Okay, I'm trying to. Okay, that's gonna be for this exercise. I am gonna go Zion Logue.
Okay, I'm with it. Zion Logue, I like it. Zion Logue. All right, now this would be considered the defensive end in this formation.
And let me hit that right. Samson, he said Aramis got me intrigued about the Logue call. You want me to just do it?
Huh?
Samson said you got him intrigued about the Logue call. You want me to just describe it, or you want?
Yeah. Okay. No, go ahead.
All right, Zion Logue he's actually, believe it or not, I'm not going to delve too far into what we talked about in the text, but Zion Logue is a prototypical Jim Leonard nose tackle. He's about 6'5", 310-ish.
Well, so last I checked, he's up to 326 now.
Logue is okay, cool. Yeah. Even better. So he's 6'5", 320. He doesn't have any pass rush moves. He is strictly a 0, which is a head-on center. He might shade over to a 1-2 eye, at best 2 eye, which is inside the guard shoulder, but not quite in the A gap. So for the intent of what Jim Leonard likes to do, and I'll get just park that there. This guy is prototypical for the defense. So that would be my nose tackle. You said what are we at now? We're at the defensive end, the 4-eye.
Yep.
4-eye is Deion Walker.
Okay. Cool. Cool. Okay.
And simply, he played nose tackle at Georgia, so the pedigree is there.
Left outside linebacker.
Group.
Okay.
Albert said the worst my back ever felt when he with me at nose tackle for a season. 6'8" with back problems, moving a nose tackle is scary. He's the most talented player in our defense, and we're hurting him. I don't think he's going to play nose. Honestly, I really think that's them talking. As Jay Ham earlier wanted to spaz out on us because we were talking about depth charts, and I think they're just projecting him as a nose tackle because of his size. But I don't think he's going to play nose. I really don't. He might play, and I'll get into that further. I promise we may go a little over 7-3, not much, because this guy here is very, very busy with regards to trying to outrun me.
I gotta go to work after this.
Oh snap!
Yeah.
You gotta go to work. Booyah! Okay, so let's do this here. So it's gonna be Groot on the left side.
All right. Weak side linebacker. Who you got?
Oh, okay.
You need the names?
No, well, not really.
Okay.
Throw them to me because I don't know how they have it listed, because in my mind it's working different than what they probably have listed there.
Okay, so weak side is Dorian Williams.
There you go. Yep, that's exactly what I wanted. I wanted to make sure he was a weak side first.
All right.
And what you got to understand in a tight defense is what we're actually building here. Even if it's not really a mint concept, the weak side is more of the run stuffer to the outside. He's like a contained player. So you're not looking at the guy that's going to drop off in off-ball coverage and cover a bunch of passes like Terrell Bernard or Caleb Elarms. Or this is more of a downfield kind of linebacker, which is it spits in the face of what you know as a weak side linebacker.
Okay. Terrell Bernard,
middle.
Joe Andreessen, Jimmy Charlo, Jaden Flaker.
Middle. Terrell Bernard, yeah.
All right.
What was the last one? Jaden who?
Flaker.
I like him. Make it happen.
Do you really?
I don't even know who he is, but I like his name because his name is Flaker. He's on never flake. Coach, I ain't gonna flake on you. Your last name Flaker? Don't worry about that.
Okay. Now. Oof. CB1.
Benford.
Mm-hmm. All right.
That hurts you to type it, doesn't it?
It does.
Yo, if you say CB, I'm going to crash out. I'm going to have a Junie crash out right here. Go ahead. Delroy Lindo style. Say it. You know you want to. Go ahead. Say it. can't type it, huh? Don't do it. Do not do it. You will go to work early if you say the wrong thing. You're gonna be going to work early because I want to walk off this stage. This ain't a stage. I'm gonna walk off. You better not.
Would it be bad if I thought I could make a case that Igbinosun should be the the boundary corner? What it like?
This man said Igbinosun.
Hey, listen, I'm already convincing people. I'm convincing people that friggin' who that Zion Lowe should be nose tackle.
All right, guys, enjoy the Sabres game.
Listen.
Go ahead.
Listen, I'm just gonna make a mini case for why I think Benford in this defense is not such a solidified position as CB1.
You know, this is like when the victory tour, when the Jacksons were performing and Michael just walked off the stage to change and everything. Do your thing. I'll be back.
You want to give me one of those red Solo cups on your way back?
Yep. Nah, go ahead.
Oh my gosh. No, I appreciate Benford's story. I appreciate I do. I like it. This is bad. I'm not a Benford fan. I really am not. I just
Dorothy knows.
Yeah. Dorothy's gonna be on my.
Dorothy about to get her.
Damn it, Laura! Stop! Stop instigating stuff.
Let me look at the Discord. See what she said.
I'm crying right now.
Go ahead.
Okay, listen. Just hear me out. Just hear me out for a second. Before I do that, let me take this poll down. I think we're done with the poll. Keon Coleman won, so I'm putting Keon Coleman's name in there.
Cool.
I'll hide it for now.
I ain't mad at that.
I'll just hide
I'm not mad at
that. Okay, listen. This defense, we know this for a fact. This Mint defense necessitates the corners being more man-centric, than zone-centric. Correct?
Benford? Yeah, Benford
would be classified as a zone-centric corner. His best skill set is playing in zone.
Mm-hmm.
We've already seen when he's healthy and he's playing against elite athletic wide receivers or even just bigger wide receivers, he's not as effective when he's playing in man coverage as opposed to zone.
Mm-hmm.
I think that Benford, in certain instances, is just as much of a liability as Igbinosun would be as a rookie.
What if I told you Jim Leonard historically runs zone 63% of the snaps?
Well, then I think that really creates a hardship for the front that we're running, because at some point you're going to have to ask the outside backers to drop into coverage.
That's why they got TJ Parker. They said he can do it. I'm not saying he can.
That's cool.
I'm just saying it.
But who else? Who like what other guy do you have on the other side? You can put Javon Solomon out there and drop?
They said what's the guy's name? Bradley Chubb can do it. I'm not saying he can.
No, bro.
I'm not saying he can't. Don't get mad at me. I'm just a messenger. I heard it through the grapevine.
That is not his game. That's never been his game. Bradley Chubb is what, NC State? I think he was drafted out of.
Mm-hmm.
Like, go watch him there. Like that's not his game.
Pressure.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
I think NC State was playing a 4-3 at the time too. And Denver converted him to an outside linebacker behind DeMarcus Ware. Playing across from Von Miller rather. So that's really where outside linebacker came from. He transitioned when he got to the NFL level, not in college. With that being said, 10 years playing at the position, okay, maybe he's better than all of the other outside linebackers that we have, aside from maybe Javon Solomon, who's been playing regular linebacker for the last couple of years.
Mm-hmm.
But I just don't know.
Yes.
I just don't know if that's what I want there.
Albert, yes, the tilt technician. That technique got me out of a lot of trouble. That got me out of a lot of trouble because you can get the knee down right away if you have to. So you're 6'8", Albert. Is that what you're saying? I'm not sure if you're saying that Walker is 6'8" or you, but
I thought he said he was 6'4".
Oh, is he okay? Because he said 6'8". He must have been talking about Walker, so I wasn't sure.
Oh.
But I know he said he played nose tackle on point, and I did too. And that tilt is, that's a lifesaver.
Yeah. Okay. Well, that was my little, mini case for Igbenogson.
No, I mean, I've tried. He's super aggressive.
Mm-hmm.
And when you see him play, he's going to jaw at you. He's going to rough you up. He's going to carry stuff past the whistle. He's going to get in your face. He's kind of like Dylan Brooks, if you will. Almost. He's not dirty like what's the guy from Golden State? Draymond Green. He's not dirty, but that's the intensity he brings. However, a lot of his play on the field is not what you would expect out of a number one cornerback. And this is not going towards just some people are saying he's better than I think he said Kevin or somebody said that he's better than we think. He probably is. He played at Ohio State, but I watched his tape. I watched his film again. I'm like, no, not Pat Manager. Pat Manager's way better cover. So all he can do is press man. He's not really good in zone. He can't play anything else. So it's just
Toriano kind of reminds me of Pac-Man.
Toriano Pride, he's a sleepy cat. Yeah. He's a sleepy cat. But yeah, no, I mean, I'm trying to figure out where IGB goes, Igbenogson, whatever you want to call him, where he goes. But I think Benford's still going to take it. I do.
Okay. I'm with it. I put him down here.
Yeah, go ahead. Do you think? I mean, if Igbenogson was and somebody else who's playing number one, it's probably him. No, he's 21. Never mind. If he took it, I'd be like, they know something. Doyle,
welcome to the show. Says this will not be your typical 3-4 defense like the Steelers and Ravens have played. It's more of a hybrid 3-4 that is more multiple.
I've been screaming this. I've been screaming this since they hired him. I've been saying,
as soon as we finish with this, I'm going to show you guys what I found that I think you're going to love, and I think explains what we're most likely to see on the field and why they have these guys at the positions that they have them. And
I got about 3 pages of research on it until you told me to look some stuff up, and I went out of control again. You know I do it.
Did you get it? You pulled it up? You got it?
Oh, yeah, I guess I'm up.
Okay. Yeah, all right, sweet. So we're almost done. We got 4 spots left. So CB2.
Hairston
it is. Hairston. There we go. And cornerback 3.
Ooh, cornerback 3.
You want nickelbacks right now listed: D. Alford, Jalen Kilgore, and Takori Couch.
See, that's the thing. I think Kilgore could take it. I would
want Kilgore to take it.
I think if you watch Kilgore, I mean, I know I'm going on a long speech after every pick, but I'm getting excited about this stuff. So if you guys call us negative after this show, I know what you're bitching about.
We gotta use that bean language.
I gotta try it. But Kilgore played on the outside at where'd he go? Was he South Carolina? South Carolina. He played on the outside. And I mean, you're talking about strapping people. You're talking about the aggression I talked about with regards to IGB. But I think he has more talent than IGB. He's got more wiggle. He's got more versatility than IGB. And he's actually good in different spots. So I can see him playing back safety to cover one, in a cover one situation. I can see him playing, man up in the slot. I can see him being a creep. I can see him doing all these things. And that's what that star role is at nickel. So I want people to understand that nickel could be a linebacker, it could be a safety, it could be a nickel cornerback. So this is all encompassing this position.
Yep.
So I want to kind of get away from calling it a nickel and more so calling it a star, because that's what that is in this. That's the actual term in this defense.
Yep.
But to your question, I definitely have Kilgore there.
I already got his name down, bro.
Yes.
Say less.
I talk too much. All right.
I'm there with you. No, you good. All right. Free safety, we're looking at Cole Bishop, Geno Stone, Sam Franklin Jr., and Wande Owens.
And this is free. Okay, so one of the safeties. I got Bishop.
Okay, Bishop it is. Bishop and Juice. All right, strong safety, CJ GJ, Jordan Hancock, and 3.
Oh, is this a ceremonial Levi Wallace now? And 3.
Yeah.
Where was Stone? Was Stone even mentioned?
Probably never say his name again.
Yeah, probably not. Was Stone over in the star role?
No, he was never considered
anything.
No, he's always a safety.
Okay, no, I didn't hear his name because I was already on CJ GJ.
Oh yeah, he's behind Cole Bishop.
Oh, okay. I was already. I don't think he's gonna make the team, but CJ GJ.
Dang.
I really don't. I think the Jalen Kilgore pick with D offered. I don't know where they're gonna put Stone. I have no idea.
I could see him going. I could see him keeping 4 safeties. 5 if you include Sam Franklin Jr. for special teams.
I forgot about him.
Yeah.
Did you say his name before?
Yeah. You heard Cole Bishop and it was
I heard Cole Bishop. That was it.
Yeah, it's done. All right, put his name down. All right. So that's it, ladies and gentlemen. We have filled out the offensive and defensive depth chart. I will post this on I got to make a graphic for it, but this will be posted tomorrow morning for the world to see. Our own personal PPP depth chart that'll be out there. Make sure y'all check that out. Make sure y'all like it when you see it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, now here's my surprise for you. Okay, close your eyes.
They closed. Can I open them? It's gonna be a Range Rover.
Okay. I want to see if I can. Okay, you can open them now. All right. So what I'm going to do here is, let me see if I can get, I think that'll work. Okay. So here's how I want to kind of lead this conversation off, right? Because when I texted you about the necessity for nose tackle, one of the things that I wanted to do is just kind of go through and I'll do this afterwards, but I want to go through all of the different types of run plays available to an NFL offense. And I'll just give you a brief overview of that style of run play for those of you that are not familiar with the X's and O's, so that you can have a general understanding of what happens in that type of run, right? And I want to do this so that we can just kind of take a look at the value of each spot on the defensive line, the value of the linebacker spots, both on the line and off, and really see how this defense schematically is supposed to defend these run plays, right? Because one of the reasons that you got a lot of the guys in here that you got is you want to be better against the run. That's why you drafted, TJ Parker like you did, because he's a versatile guy that can rush and is good against the run. You got Bradley Chubb for the same reason. You put Rousseau at outside linebacker for the same reason. You want to be able to do both things really well.
Mm.
Cool. We're going to look at that. But I think first, it starts with how these guys are going to line up. Tell me what you think about this, bro.
Oh, this is better than my birthday. This is already better. I'm excited.
Let's see if this does. Okay, there we go. Bam. So, what do you think this defensive formation is? Can you see it okay, or do you need me to move the banner at the bottom there?
You can see it.
Okay. So, the free safety is down here at the bottom.
Mm-hmm.
And you guys can't see me move my mouse or anything like that. I wish we had the software to be doing the circles and everything. That'll be, when we get to that level, you got to help us get there. Anyway,
can they see it though?
Yeah, they can see this. Okay. Yeah. So, I didn't have enough time to put it on that TV and set up a camera and do all that stuff. So anyway, what do you think this alignment is called?
What is this alignment called?
This defensive alignment right now, because this is basically, you
got a 50 front. So 50 front. This is this is a tight D. This is a tight front. So because you got 4-eye, well, you got a 1, but a 4-eye, 1 tech and 4-eye. So you got a 5, 1 tech and 3 T. So yeah, this is basically a tight defense, 50 front.
Now, does this look like what you think they're going to line up as?
Yeah.
Okay, I agree.
Yeah.
I'm with you. Guess what this formation is called? 4-3 under.
Yep.
It's a 4-3 under.
Mm-hmm.
Look at the formation you're looking at right now. Look how it aligns with the offensive line. And then kind of go through the cognitive dissonance of This is not even a 3-4.
No.
It's a 4-3 under.
Yeah, and if you listen to a lot of what Brandon Bean and them were saying, and somebody even said in the chat, I love my 5-2. I don't know, they said it way before. But yeah, this is where I envisioned this looking like, and this is why I had a mini fit. Everybody said, "Dude, you gotta." I'm like, no.
Yep. Now, keep in mind, look at where the center is, and what's that position right there in the middle?
A 1T.
A 1T. That's a nose tackle. Okay. Now, before we get to what I want to get to as far as, the run and all that kind of stuff, and just kind of trying to prove the point of why we need a true nose tackle, which before I get to my reasoning, I want to hear yours. We need to understand the responsibilities that these players are going to have, right? So briefly, I'm just there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and I guess maybe 10 if you want it. Like two of these you don't really have to count. So you know what? I'll scratch those. I'll say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 types of NFL run plays. Okay. There's your inside outside zone, in which offensive linemen block in a designated direction or a gap, rather than on a specific man, with the running back reading the defensive line's movement to cut up field. So what that would mean is, if it's an inside zone, at least 2 of your offensive linemen are going to double team one guy, and that double team is designed to allow whichever of your linemen is at the top of that block to kind of slide off of that and glide onto the linebacker that's coming up right behind. That's how the lane gets opened on an inside zone play.
Right.
On a stretch play, it happens basically in the same way. You get the double team going on the play side. The play side is usually the side you're running to, and you get that double team block. The guy that's on the high side of that block, the offensive lineman, which is usually it's the center guard combination. So that guard is going to be at the what would be considered the play side shoulder of the defender, right? So let's just say, I'll break this down for you guys. Let's just say it's a stretch right. All right. So we're running to this direction, this side of the field. The defender that's facing me, we're going to put the guard on his left shoulder, right? So the double block happens with the center and the guard. That guard is going to get up on the left shoulder of that one tech there, right in the middle. That's going to open up space for the running back to pick that lane. Now, what's going to happen is that guard is going to start to let go of that one tech and cheat up towards that middle linebacker there, right? That's where that big gaping hole opens up that we've seen James Cook run through multiple times, right? I'll just give that to you guys. It's free.
It's a lob.
Yeah. Okay. So that is your zone, inside zone, or your stretch play. Usually starts with that double team block. You have your center guard combination blocking. Sometimes you can have 2 double teams on inside zone plays. You can have the center guard combination, and you can have your guard tackle combination on the other side of the one tech there, blocking that backside. So that's your zone scheme. Okay. Your power formation is a gap scheme utilizing a down block by the play side and pulling backside and a pulling backside guard who leads through the hole to block a linebacker. Now, what's important about this type of play is to understand, against a one tech, he has to be double teamed in order to take him out of the play. You cannot try to down block a true one technique running against a 3-4 defense. It will not work. If your nose tackle is worth anything.
Yeah. If you can hold the point.
Right. So let's move on to ISO. ISO is a direct man blocking play where a lead blocker, usually a fullback or a tight end, isolates and blocks a specific defender, leaving a gap for the running back. Okay. Now, in this specific play, it's usually man to man as far as, offensive lineman to defensive lineman, hat on a hat. However, in lead plays, there's less focus on backside blocks, more focus on the direction that the rusher is going. Right. With that being said, there's still a necessity to double team that one tech. Mm-hmm. Why? Because of where he lines up in the against the alignment of your offensive line. Right. Mm-hmm. I'll briefly go through the rest of these because I think I've kind of already proven my point by now for people who are really paying attention. I don't want to drag this out any further than I have to, but dive plays or inside handoffs are quick hitting, direct handoff aimed straight at the A gap for short yardage. Okay, so it is, and this, like, I love dive plays, by the way. Like, to me, they're one of the most effective runs in regular football and in Madden. Like, Madden, yeah, I'm so serious. There's something about the way offensive lines in Madden block on dive plays, like ISOs and dive plays work really well. Trap blocks work really well. But for some reason, when you start trying to run powers, like powers, they struggle. I don't know why, but they struggle in Madden for some reason. The
Bills run the hell out of duo too. So
yes,
they run a lot of duo.
Duo. And so the reason I didn't like specifically say duo is because when you look at duo, it's basically zone. It's basically inside zone.
That is the guard center and guard and tackle decide to double team whoever in at least a one-on-one with the center usually. Yep. And that feeds again into, actually works out very well in this 4-3 over bear, whatever you want to call it, 55-2 front, however you want to name it, because then your linebackers have nothing but free range to hit that gap hard.
Yep.
Yeah, I said it. There we go. He gonna have a hoarse voice in this.
This is just for him. Just in case he watches. Shoot, I forgot to put the comments here. Okay, all right. Okay, so the last two types of runs are trap block runs and sweep sore tosses. Now, trap runs, I think, are the only runs capable of displacing the one tech or the nose tackle, or basically taking him out of the play without having to double team him. Mm-hmm. Because of the deceptive nature of this type of play, it's basically where a defensive lineman is intentionally left unblocked only to be hit from the side by a pulling guard, right? So it allows the defensive lineman to rush upfield trying to disrupt the play, only to be basically deceived into taking himself out of position and then being walled off by a pulling guard, right? Now, trap blocks usually try to eliminate the nose tackle. Mm-hmm. That's why they're so good, because you're able to get your one-on-one block, guard versus 3 tech, and you don't have to double team the 1 tech. Mm-hmm. What else does that allow you to do? That allows that center and that guard that is on the weak side of the tackle. So the back side of the play for the nose tackle. That center and that guard are basically able to just the center would be able to get up the field, the tackle would be able to get up the field, that guard is pulling the trap block. That allows the guard that the 1 tech would be lined up over a little bit more to kind of slip past and get to the second level as well. Right? So with all this being presented to you guys and you being able to see the formation here, the point that I'm trying to make here with why the Bills need a true nose tackle really has nothing to do with unlocking the pass rush. Mm-hmm. It has everything to do with how are they going to stop the run? Because I'll put it like this. The Broncos have been shown around town as the template for what the Bills are going to be. Mm-hmm. All their defensive linemen are, 6'2", 6'3", and they're just over 300 pounds. We don't need a true nose tech. They did it without one.
Right.
Okay. How did the Bills do against them running in that playoff game?
Who's that? Denver?
Yeah. I mean, they shut us down more so because of, score and field position.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Now, I think it's clear. When you look at how we have run the past 2 seasons against the Broncos, and then you go back and you look at that Texans game and you look at how we ran against the Texans. Big difference.
Right.
Big difference. They had a true nose tackle. Denver did not. When you run plays that can displace a nose tackle, and you can, again, all these plays I listed, majority of them to deal with a one tech or a nose tackle, center guard combination. What did the Bills run a ton of last season? Duo, inside zone, stretch zone. All of that is double team blocks all day long.
Yep.
That's why they were able to get these guys off their pivot.
Mm-hmm.
But when you got a true one tech that can hold his spot against that double team, what does it do? It unlocks everything for everybody else playing against the run. Now your linebackers are truly free. Miss me with all of this. This is going to be Denver's defense. No, it's not. Denver didn't play multiple. They run a 3-4. You know how I know that? They're inside linebackers. Go and look at the size of their inside linebackers. They are new age run stopping linebackers. 6'2", 6'3", 240 pounds. Sternot, I think, is 236. He might as well be 240. Yeah. He takes on blocks with no problem. They have no problem sticking their nose in there. Does Terrell Bernard have a problem sticking his nose in there? You better believe it.
Well, I don't think he has a problem. Is it effective?
Either way. Maybe he doesn't do it because it's not as effective, but that's not his game is the point that I'm trying to make.
Yeah.
Dorian Williams, maybe a little more so.
He'll do it, yeah.
But again, the whole point of running this defense that we're running now, or I should say one of the accents or one of the propagated, thought processes about running this defense is what? It's going to unlock Terrell Bernard. He played in it in college. He'll be great in this defense because he'll be untouched. How the hell is he going to be untouched if we don't have a one tech that can hold their position? You think Deion Walker is just going to magically develop the mindset to do it?
No. Yeah, that's why I put him as far away from the one tech.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
And that's what you're saying is kind of why Daquan Jones was good, and that's because he played the one tech with low leverage. You don't. But I did some research here, and when I looked at the draft, I said, everybody wanted Cade McDonald, and Bean just he had to take one or the other. Yes and no. If you look at how Jim Leonard used his mint tight at Wisconsin, 6 years he was there before he became interim head coach. He was, funny enough, he was a nose tackle by committee. Every year he had 5 or so people that logged snaps at nose tackle. And even then, they didn't have a nose tackle on the field more than 390 times a season. They only averaged 390 plays of nose tackle. Everything else was just A-gap, which could be your 2-eye, could be your 1, could be, so it doesn't differentiate, but you don't have to have that stalwart fat boy like everybody thinks you do.
Right.
It just has to be a skill set. So when we missed out on Caden McDonald, cool. What happened to Dominique Orange? He was the next best thing. He was Mekhi Benton, Keanu Benton. Mm-hmm. And if you look at Jim Leonard didn't run one nose tackle, one tech, 1-2-eye until he got Benton. Before him, he had a wide range of nose tackles or people he put in that position, and they were fine. They were always top of the charts in defense at Wisconsin. Fast forward to your example about Denver. So now he has, what you would consider probably a nose tackle of sort. You had 2 undersized guys, but at the same time you have, you have the Benitos, you got the Coopers, and your 2 linebackers here. So we got to get the best of both worlds here in regards to how we're going to fill these positions. Now, what I found funny when you look at our defensive front in college, I went and looked at TJ Parker's 2020. I gave him benefit of 2024.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right. I see a little something. He haven't bend. He doesn't have to bend, but he's better than Rousseau in pass rush skill. So I say, Self, you got a little time on your hands. How did Rousseau get 16 sacks in his freshman year at Miami? How did this happen? He's not doing it. You know what I found was, you want to laugh?
What?
He got 4 or 5 sacks from the 8th position. He was lined up at the 0 tech. Rousseau. 0 tech. That's how he got his sack. He got 5 sacks in college as a 0 at 6'6", 260.
It's not right.
It was super aggressive.
It's not right. Like that's part of the reason why I really wish they would have put him at 4I. I would have, like, if it was up to me. I'm sorry to interrupt.
No, I had nothing. I was about to study.
Okay, good to know. If it was seriously though, if it was up to me, I would let Greg Rousseau get those 10 pounds back and play the 4I, trade Ed Oliver, and let Deion Walker play that 3 tech spot. He likes to jump around blocks and shoot gaps anyway, and use his quickness and speed, right? And to me, the quickness, the speed that you would get at that 4I spot with Rousseau there, I think would be fine. I don't think I would have an issue with that. I might like that better than TJ Sanders playing on the defensive line.
I hope you do, but I think Ed Oliver, and people are going to kill me for that. I think that Ed Oliver is going to be something. I think he's going to be something. I do, because I think the fact that now double teaming him is the worst thing an offensive line can do, because he's starting out at the 3, or he's not going to be so far in this position now.
Who's going to force him to not double team Oliver?
Well, by virtue of the system, if you're 1 tech, you got your guard, and you got to make a decision.
Let me bring that back up.
You got to make a decision. So if you double team the 1 tech,
so Oliver would be where, this 3 tech spot?
He's going to be 3 tech. So now you got your weak, which is going to be Chubb. He's going to be blocked by the tackle.
Okay.
The center and guard are going to take the 1 tech, and now Ed Oliver's on the island with the guard. And he's coming across. He's shooting the A gap, so he's coming across the guard's face, and he's got the leverage.
But okay.
He's like, we don't have a 1 tech. I know.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
but,
I mean,
like I said,
if they don't have to double team the 1.
If you put Mathis or Zion Logan there, I think we'll be fine. I think he'll be fine there, because Ed is naturally fast and he's low. He's low to the ground. He's got good leverage. He's very quick. Shooting that A gap to the quarterback. I think for him, he's gonna love this defense. Deion Walker at 5. Okay, 4I better for him. But I think out there, he has the pass rush. He has the length. He has the athleticism that will overwhelm a tackle who's not used to a 6'7", 345-pound man coming at him.
Mm-hmm.
I think Deion Walker looks like he lost maybe 10 pounds or so too. So
I really like. I think you're losing something putting Deion Walker at that nose tackle spot.
At nose, yeah. I don't want him at nose.
Something.
I don't want him at nose at all. I don't. And people that and I'm not saying anybody in the chat, just people that play a lot of Madden, people that play college football, they're like, oh, you gotta have the big boy there. No, you don't, because that's what Daquan Jones made his money, and he wasn't big.
Yep,
he wasn't big at all. Daquan Jones
310
on the best day.
Yep,
that's after eating chalupas. So I mean, it's a mindset. It's a skill set. It's a body composition thing. And I think you have to have, a Zion Logan, a Phil Mathis, somebody like that. Now, I know DJ Reader's in Buffalo, reported in Buffalo visiting. Cool. If they got him, excellent. Now you can do more stuff. But you don't have to have that. That's the thing. You don't have to have that. It's not like our defense is screwed without him. But what was funny about this thing, and what made me really think about Brandon Beane, and I'm not going to say anything negative. This shouldn't be negative anyway. When you look at the draft, you watch what I watch of Embedded. This is Brandon Beane's roster, dude. And we've said that, but this is Brandon Beane's roster. It's solidified.
Yeah,
solidified, because when you look at how Jim Leonard ran his defense, You know who his edge was his first year at Wisconsin?
Do I know? Say it again.
You know who his edge was his first year at Wisconsin in 2016?
Leonard?
Yeah. Let me give it to you.
Wisconsin.
You probably won't get it, but
was it JJ?
TJ.
TJ Watt?
TJ Watt was his edge. What is TJ Watt? Elite bend, Ghost 9, inside counter mastery, thrived in early simulated pressure structures, 11.5 sacks. You know who was probably the second best edge rusher under him?
Who?
Nick Herbig.
Ooh.
True speed rusher with elite first step. Best arc saver post Watt. 11 sacks in 2022. You know who was number 3?
Who?
Andrew Van Ginkel. High IQ, excellent in games, loose and disguised pressures, 12 tackles for loss, 5.5 sacks.
Van Ginkel's been good with the Vikings too. Yeah.
Yep. After that, Zach Bond, dominant in 5-man pressure packages, legitimate pass rusher, 12.5 sacks in 2019. Then you have Leo Chenault from the inside. But the point I was getting at is, if we're looking at what they're building, I said you have to have your TJ Watt, your Nick Herbig, your Andrew Van Ginkel, Zach Bond, TJ Parker, Greg Rousseau, Bradley Chubb. It ain't them. Now, where I'm saying they can play, they can Slim Nady a reaction. I didn't even watch the whole thing. I can tell you that right now. When they play power, they play speed. Rousseau, Groot, Chubb, and Parker. They play a game. I could see Parker being that power rusher where Groot is really still that edge setter. I could see Bradley Chubb being that edge rusher the edge rusher power style where Groot is still. So they're interchangeable, those two. But wouldn't it have been nice to get your R. Mason Thomas, which is the fastest first step in this draft? You know, get yourself. I know Cassius Hollow's dead and gone, but get one of those kind of players. Because now we're looking at them talking about Javon Solomon, but if he doesn't pan out, we're just going to scrap that whole skill set because we don't have it anywhere else on the team. So I think in this draft, you could have went Caden McDonald. You could have, but you could have sold out and got yourself a speedy edge rusher. You could have sold out and got yourself Dominic Orange later. You could have even went ahead and been even more interchangeable hybrid style and got Christian Miller, who's not really a one tech, but he can play it. But he's at that huge 3-tech.
Was Cassius Howell available at that TJ Parker spot?
Yes. He went to Cincinnati after that.
Yeah.
R. Mason Thomas was there as well. The only one that was there that I didn't like was Zion Young, because to me he was too much of a power guy.
Yeah.
He didn't have the counter moves and all that stuff I was thinking about. Santha said we won't need speed when we're going to be dominating blockers mentality. True, but this is also funny to me. What did McDermott used to ask for? What did he say? We need more what? We need more speed. As soon as he's gone, you got Max Harrison and Toriano Pride. 4-3 and 4-3.
Yeah.
As soon as he's gone, you get these guys. It's like, okay, all right. So if nothing else, they built the team together. Right. They believed in the team together. And McDermott kind of jumped off the train and said, this ain't working. Maybe. But Bean said, oh, it's working. I'm kicking the hell out this door. It's going to fall down. Watch. It's going to fall down. And he's hoping as soon as he can say, McDermott, I still got your phone number. And guess what? I told you so. I told you it's going to work if you would have listened to me. Because if you watch the embedded, I'm not gonna go off your thing, but I had this thought of what I did watch. And let's see, when he's talking about TJ Parker, he said the same thing he said about Deion Walker. He said, now if you flip his 24 and 25 season productivity, he's a first round draft pick. Remember he said about Deion Walker, had he not had that back, if we went on the 23 tape, he's a first round draft pick.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Then he said, what was it?
I don't know if I like that statement for Parker though. Deion Walker was injured. Mm-hmm. Like, to me, that's the difference between the two.
Yeah.
I don't want to ruin your point, but
no, you didn't, because I'm not saying I agree with him. I'm saying, but it's repeating itself again.
Yeah.
You know, he was a one-hit one. Now I'm not going to insult him and say one-hit wonder in 24, but his stats in 23 and 25 were almost alike. Yeah. So which one are you going to listen to? You're going to listen to the 6-sack guy, which is fine. You give me 6 sacks, but who's going to give me, whatever. And then I don't know if you watched it or not, but it was funny because after they picked IGB, Brady looked at Pagula like, Brandon Beane, this dude is good. Like, he was a fanboy. If you saw his face, like, he was smitten with Brandon. Be like, yo, he's making phone calls. He's doing this. He's doing that. And he quoted. He said, ultimately, it falls on Beane and him being able to make, what he feels like is the best decision for the Buffalo Bills. Joe Brady said that. It ultimately falls on Beane and what he feels, not what where's this alignment? He feels is best for this team. So when we're talking about TJ Parker, we're talking about Greg Rousseau, we're talking about Bradley Chubb. What does Jim Leonard feel? What does he feel is good for his defense? So when we're talking about your scheme, or your scheming here and going back to the nose tackle, does Jim Leonard want a nose tackle? What does he feel about it? Does he think he needs a big boy? Does he think he needs, a versatile guy? And like I said, even still,
if he is trying to continue the Rex Ryan stuff,
that's his boy.
They had some mean nose tackles. Yeah. We got a couple folks we got to get in here. First and foremost, Coach D was able to join us. Coach D, what's going on?
What's going on, man? How y'all doing?
You over there in Detroit?
Yeah. I'm hanging out with my mom back in Detroit, man.
Okay.
On it for a minute.
All right. I wanted to get you on before we took this phone call. That way, we can get your expertise here. Let's get Daquan on. Daquan, what's going on, man? What's on your mind?
Hey, top of the afternoon. How you doing? Can you hear me?
Yep, we can hear you.
All right. I just got quick 6 bullets. First of all, love your content. I really look forward to hearing from you guys. Hello, Coach D.
Hey, what's up, baby? How's it going?
I sure wish I would have known you. Maybe I could have still been on the team, but that's a different story.
Yeah.
All right. My first point is, I got a question. Do you believe that an NFL owner should be allowed to own multiple sports franchises? Meaning that I'm thinking that if the president had a second job, it probably wouldn't be good. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Pagula has 2 major sports franchises and a tennis playing daughter. So how could he be devoting enough time to the Buffalo Bills? That's my first question. What do you think? I know it's a ringer. I told you I was smart.
Well, Aramis, can I address
Yeah, please. Yeah.
To be honest with you, Jerry Jones and the way he operates is rare. Like a lot of these owners, they just get reports. Mm-hmm. They're not actively involved in running the organizations like that. Mm-hmm. Especially nobody like Pagula. These are like secondary issues for him. Like he got another primary business that he's probably more devoted to that generates the wealth that's enabled him to buy the Bills. Like I don't see in my experiences like Jerry Jones, and you might have he got like a collection of guys, like the guy in Arizona, he's really hands-on, but for the most part, a lot of these owners, they don't get into the day-to-day grind of running an organization at that level. Like they have people in place and they're pretty much just reading reports. Like I think another indication to how involved Pagula is when his wife was able, he put her in charge.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Like he wasn't, this not his baby.
Right.
Mm-hmm. I think if you was to ask him, he'd call himself doing Buffalo a favor by keeping the Bills here. Like when they were before he took over ownership, there was some talk about the Bills leaving. So I don't think he's involved like that. So to answer the question, for him to own multiple professional franchises, I don't really think is an issue from an ownership standpoint, because for the most part, the majority of them, they're not like hands-on like that anyway.
Yeah, I agree with that. I think it's a lot like real estate, which Pagula is heavily into as well. You know, when you consider owning a lot of, real estate property, you hire a management company to manage that stuff for you. So repairs, collecting rent, all that kind of stuff, you have people to handle that stuff for you, even though you own the commercial businesses or the buildings or the homes. It's really all the same approach in a sense. I think I understand your sentiment, Daquan, from the standpoint of you
Get
want
somebody
the
in here who care. Get somebody in here who
Right.
really care about running. That's what it's all about. Get somebody in here who hands-on, who care. I mean, guys like that, when you get at that level, like he can own whatever you want to own. Like he got people reading him, like what? Then I think they'll hire a firm to come in and give them recommendations on what to do.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Like that's how they operate at that level. So I mean, like to your point, Daquan, yeah, get us in the owner who's really hands-on. I don't know if we have that.
I appreciate it. 40, you're not exempt from this. What did you say?
I was going to agree. I was right before Coach D said anything. I was thinking I have no problem with it because I think Pagula is one of the most hands-off owners there is, especially him. But for the most part, like you said, they're the ones that sign the checks, and somebody tells them where this check goes. They don't do anything but put their seat in. He's a philanthropist almost. You know, you have Willie, you have, that's why the onus is on Brandon Beane. That's why I put so much on Brandon Beane. Why I put so much on Jarmo Kekalainen, because those are the guys that really see the operation day to day. And Beane, especially as the president of football operations, that position's there, so Pagula doesn't have to do anything. He just says, "I'm paying you to make sure everything that I own is running correctly."
That's it.
Okay. All right. Point number 2. I'm never ever going to be on Bean Island, but to keep the peace, I will stay in the dark. Having said that, in my opinion, this Bean guy, he's more like a permanent magic marker GM. What do I mean by that? He believes that we need players to fit his plan X, Y, and Z. When that doesn't work, he'll go out and get more players of the same type to fit his plan X, Y, and Z. Then, on top of that, he has no imagination about a possible plan A, B, and C, or D, E, and F. What say you about that, Coach D? You're on.
Oh man, I think that characterization of Bean is probably one of the best because a lot of times, and you see this with coaches as well. So the question is, do you create or fit your scheme around your talent, or do you create your talent around your scheme? Mm-hmm. And it sounds that and it looks like, and Aaron, you can probably speak to this better than anybody, that he has an image of the type of player that he want, the style he want, the way they want to play, and they go find players to fit that style, and they're gonna keep running through players until they find players to fit that style, instead of saying, wait a minute, maybe the way we want to do this thing might not be right. Mm-hmm. Right. So for you to characterize his operational management style in that way, I think is probably accurate.
Yeah, if you I did watch Embedded this morning, Nate, like I promised I would. And one of the things that did stick out is one of the first scenes before they really take you into like the draft happening is the night before. You see Brandon Beane leaving the office saying, "I want to get a rusher and I want to get a corner." Mm-hmm. Like before anybody even knew that was something that we needed for our defense before the draft. Well, not before the draft, but like before the draft started, that night before, he already had it in his mind. I want a rusher and I want a corner. Mm-hmm. Never mind if that was going to be the best possible position to draft at the places that we were. It's just like, I'll put it like this. I think what's frustrating about that is there were other players at different positions that might have had more value at that pick rather than the guys that we picked. That's kind of why I've always had this position and taken this stance of, Brandon Beane is not really looking at value. That's why I have an issue with value. He's looking at how he values these players based on what he wants to see on the field. It's really more about his picture, his mindset, and what he thinks. I mean, you really didn't hear you didn't get to hear anything from Jim Leonard about, this is kind of what I'm looking for from my pass rush. This is kind of what I expect my secondary to play like, and not that we need to get the specific ins and outs, but
yeah, but who's talking? Who's telling us?
That's what I'm saying. It's Brandon Beane doing all the talking and stuff. Like we don't know any of the needs, true needs.
Well, to your point, I'm sorry, was you going to say something, Keith?
I was just going to say, I wanted to put a nugget. This is a nugget that I've never thought of or never said. I'm going to take the glasses off for this, but
why?
I don't know, because I couldn't see. They couldn't see me. They couldn't know. But no, when Beane came to Buffalo, what was his expertise before he came to Buffalo?
It was more cap stuff.
No, he was a journalist. He was a journalist.
Well, he was an assistant GM.
That's what I'm saying. That's his background as a journalist. He had they had a money guy
before he got that spot.
They had a money guy. They had a scout, a good scout.
Yeah.
So when he comes to Buffalo, what does he do? He doesn't know how to do money. We had overdoors. That's why he's still here.
Yep.
He didn't know how to scout. Who had a draft before him? Brandon Beane. I'm sorry, Sean McDermott. Westward 2018. Who do you learn how to scout and how to draft from? McDermott.
Yep.
So when you look at the team he built with McDermott and the success he had, he said, I can build that to win with a better head coach. So he's not going to deviate from what they had before. That's why you see TJ Parker and Rousseau's and Chubbs and the same kind of players, whether it's a different name. That's why he keeps doing it, because he said in his mind, it works.
Yeah.
We built it. He doesn't, like you said, you could have stayed at the same position technically and went with our Mason Thomas. And it gives you a whole nother skill set, but the same position.
Yep.
But they keep wanting to beat this door down with the same thing and say, it works. I know it works.
Coach D, is this a regular occurrence? When I was watching Embedded, obviously the part that I just talked about a few seconds ago about Beane saying he wanted a rusher and a corner, and this is all before they did any trade backs, before the draft even started, and then after that he kind of mentioned that after they did all the trade backs after day one, going into day two, he kind of picked the brains of going into day three. Going into day three, he picked the brains of the scouts and had them all just kind of list who they felt was most worthy of being picked at the picks that they had.
I thought that was ironic. He was talking about Bowery.
Yeah.
He picked that. Somebody said that Beane liked Skylar Bell, but the scouts picked Bowery. So,
and that's why he went Bowery first.
But he likes Skylar Bell.
Right. He wanted Skylar Bell in the third round there. So what are your thoughts on how that process typically works, how you've seen it work, best practices, just from the standpoint of, a GM kind of relying on his scouts? Because what I notice is Beane, and this, I've said this before, the last 3 years, even with Sean here, it seems like Sean and Beane focused on rounds 1, 2, and 3, and then they left rounds 4 through 7 to the scouts.
Yeah, and that's typical more with most teams. That so after those first 3 rounds, it's like, who's been taken, who's left, who's available, right? So that's kind of like reshuffle the deck now, and now y'all give me the lineup of who's the best players available, who's the most valuable player. It should be within the construct of what we want as a player and in players at each position. It shouldn't, it could be, I say it shouldn't, but it could be a generalization of who's best, but it in most cases is more centered on the players we need to help us do what we do. But then some guys have a better handle on who's available and who's not. To your point, the thing that I guess I would want to, if I had the chance to sit him down and ask him, you say you want to get a pass rusher and a corner. Okay, but at what expense? At what cost? Right? Does that mean you're gonna take one just because you want one? Will that add value to the situation? Right. I would giving him the benefit of the doubt, you would think that they wouldn't do that, but that is an interesting way to go into a draft saying, what you want. And I guess how fluid is that would be my question to him.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, he did end up doing it. So he got exactly what he wanted. Yeah. Daquan, is that all you had, bro?
One more. Would you be, I'm sorry, Coach D, you have something to say?
No, I was going to make a comment on the corner they took, but we can keep going.
Okay.
I'll get your thoughts on that after.
Okay. Would you be in favor of bringing back Brandon Cooks? My answer, just to be fair, would be yes. I think that he would explode as a third or fourth receiver with what we got right now. What say you?
His contract was what, 1 year? I think it was $4 million or something like that last year.
Something like that.
He's willing to take a pay cut.
Yeah, well, Vetmin is still Vetmin. That's probably going to land him somewhere between 2 and 3 million.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think he's going to go as low as 1 something like that. It's kind of crazy.
1.7.
Yeah. So, would I do it? Huh?
Go ahead.
I don't know. I don't think you can. I know he can contribute, and he wants to contribute, which is one of the reasons he asked to be let go by the Saints so that he could sign here. Stuff like that happens all the time, back channel, connections and communications and stuff like that, so that players can get to a place where they feel they can, make something happen. It's just I guess what gets in the way of that for me is this public focus on Keon Coleman's development, and then the drafting of Skylar Bell and talking about how he can play all over the field and play all the positions. And you still have an $11 million investment in Josh Palmer that you need to get some value from there. And you have DJ Moore locking up one side of the field. It's just very tough to kind of see an opening for Cooks to get on the field.
All right. I really
I was
appreciate
going to say the same thing. Right now, for them, it's about the ROI on the players that, one, they've already signed as free agents, and two, they've drafted. And for them to draft Skylar and then sign him back is like, okay, we've just made a significant investment in a third-round pick. Do we want to develop him and get him that opportunity to grow and develop, or do we want to reach back and bring a guy in who we know probably is one and done, right? So from a general manager standpoint, you look at it and you say, okay, well, we just made an investment in drafting this guy. We think, and to be honest, I like that pick probably more than I like any of their picks. But to Aramis' point, where is he going? Where is he going to get on the field? Like where is he going? Where we going? And then you bring Cooks back now. Now he might. I mean, now is there any room for him?
Yeah,
is what it will come down to.
Yep.
All right. I appreciate it. And Aramis, I'm going to reiterate. I think you guys should have a meet and greet this summer sometime. Everybody chip in like $20. You can sell Reese tees and 40 keys bobblehead dolls. I'll talk to you later.
Just the keys. I love it. Yeah. I want to see if I can. Let me see if I can. Okay, perfect. All right. So Coach D, I want to show you this formation here that I found, and I presented this. Can you see it? Okay.
Yes.
All right. So this was listed as 4-3 under. Right, it looks like a 50 front, but this was listed as a 4-3 under, and the reason I wanted to show everybody this and get your thoughts on this is what it sounds like the Bills are going to do with their hybrid style defense. Right, they want to be multiple. They'll run some 3-3-5, they'll run some 4-2-5, and this would be their base formation. Right, now. What I think is important to note in all this, because I kind of took our viewers through all of the different, types of NFL run plays. We talked about zone, we talked about power, we talked about ISO, we talked about trap and sweep toss and all that kind of stuff, right? Mm-hmm. And I want your thoughts on this, because the only play that I can see a nose tackle not having to be double teamed is maybe on a trap play. If an offense is running a trap style block or something like that, you're allowing a defensive lineman to take themselves out of the play and then walling them off on the backside of the play. They're not going to be play side anyway. So, can you just talk about in this formation the value of a true nose tackle, a guy that because the expectation is Deion Walker is going to play that position. I don't think that is his. I don't think that best fits his skill set. What do you think?
Well, we know. We know what that's about. We know what that's going to end up being.
Right?
Like, we know that that's not what he want to do, what he's built to do, what he desires to do. I'm talking about since Little League. So, I mean, that's going to be a project. But looking at this hybrid 4-3, 34, or you want to look at it, there's going to be a lot of challenges to it, especially when you have motions. Like what I see them doing out of this formation is a lot of games, guys flying out of there, guys dropping out, guys buzzing out.
Yep.
Like to play this front, it's basically a 50 front. Like you're susceptible to a lot of stuff, play action, a lot of stuff down the field. You got to have great cornerbacks. You got to have exceptional safeties. So this is, I think it fits more what they're talking about of a design to really confuse quarterbacks and linemen on blocking schemes and hoping there's a lot of mistakes, but zeroing in on that one technique. In some instances, it can be an easy block, right? In some instances, when you all you got to do is wall him off, depending on where you're going. If you don't have a dominant like figure in there that can manhandle a center or guard, then this would be an easy block, easy wall off. You can get those guards up on those backers. Those tackles can step down inside. Again, depending on what happens, you can motion guys and gain leverage on either the SAM or the safety or the wheel. So, I mean, I think it's going to be a lot of games played, a lot of initial looks, but then something different, either right before the snap or post snap. But to sit in this, and you can't sit in this and play this at the NFL level. You can't just sit in this and play it. Okay. Because it's too easy to block, right? Wow. You got five guys like man, you outflanked pretty much. The backers are the only ones that's not outflanked. Yeah. And a motion can fix that. Yeah. So I think you're gonna have some challenges. And nose tackle, like you said, if he's not a stud in there, that's like an immovable force that requires two guys to block him. You can either block down with the guard or block down with the center. You can double up to the mic, double up to the wheel. Like, yeah.
This is something that Leonard ran, I think, about 23 or 24% of the time. So, he didn't do base. This is base. He didn't run a lot of base. Okay. To Albert's question real quick, he said the one tech could be left unblocked on the screen. If that's the case, he's not going to be blocked at all. We're just talking about runs, Albert, nothing with passing. Yeah. But yeah, to Coach D's point, in theory, if you don't have a tenacious mic, you have to get out to the outside, because this whole thing is supposed to cause a conundrum against the run. That's what the min is. It's against the run. These guys are supposed to force the outside. So your star, which is this S over here, and your weak, depending on which way they run, it's supposed to force the play back to the inside holes, which would be the A gap. Okay. If the ball gets outside of the tackle, we lost. That's what this defense is for, to make sure that the run stays inside where the muck is.
So it's kind of the same thing that McDermott was running, just in a different formation. I mean, McDermott tried to, like, the reason Rousseau and Bosa were the guys. They wanted edge setters on both sides of the ball. Yeah. Right.
So in theory, what's supposed to happen here, if there's no shade for those linebackers, the 5T is supposed to drag the tackle. The star is supposed to hold that tight end against the run. So if the wide receiver tries to take it wide, the tight end is blocking that, and the Mike can shoot that gap between the tight end and tackle. And the weak is supposed to fill between the tight end and the tackle and guard. But that calls for them to read the play and flow to the ball.
I'm gonna tell you who I also would focus on. What I think is really the key, like the mic in this case is really, you gotta be a stud in there, and then the star on the wheel. Like they gotta set hard edges. They gotta set hard edges, because if you can hook those guys and you get on the edge, you got a corner sitting out there. Safety better be able to come down and make a tackle.
Yep. Yeah, this is mostly, you're going to see a lot of single high, because that strong safety Cole Bishop going to live in the box, and he's actually the one that's going to fill that outside the star. So he's going to come down and shoot that gap between that cornerback and star. But like you said, this is why C.J. Allen was really a thought. Yes. Because C.J. Allen was the coach on defense. He called the plays. Yep. He's the one that shifted. So this is something you got to be mental. They say you can just run it, which no, I don't believe so. You have to see the ball and flow to it. Now, like Coach D said, the front three, they have to be stalwarts. If they get blocked, this is where Bills fans got to understand. Sometimes you're not supposed to get to the quarterback. Sometimes you don't make the play, but you make the play without making the play. In the box score, it's not going to show up. But what happens is, if that Mike, that star, that Will, that weak side, if they make a play, it's because those front three did their job. So that's where the mindset has got to shift a little bit.
To your point, Key, you bring that safety down in the box, Now you got to have great cornerback play.
Yes,
that's part of the problem. That's why
single high, you manned up. You can try cover 3, but still your corner's got to be good.
Oh, I know. Yeah. I didn't build the team. I'm just saying that's the concept.
That's a lot of pressure. No, that's a lot of pressure on them cornerbacks out there because you only got one guy over the top. That's a lot of space back there. Yeah, and now it's about can you get to the quarterback. Now it's about pass rush.
Yeah,
if you're gonna go 3 high, you got to get to the quarterback.
That's where you're going to see a lot of cover 3 shows. And at the snap, the safety, Cole Bishop's going to drop back in coverage.
Okay.
So basically, it's not going to be a true cover 3. What you're going to see is a lot of 3 men behind it. They're going to stack, and as soon as the ball snap, one of them's going to bail. And that's where, like you said earlier, they got to cover. They got to get back. You can't just have those big clumpies out there. They got to be able to move.
So why they selling 3-4 so hard?
Because they're not listening to me, Coach D. Because they're not listening to me.
If you're not going to play at 34, that changes everything. Like if you're not going to play a true 3-4, if you're talking about really, this is almost a 50 front. If you're talking about a 50 front, man, you basically in goal line the whole game.
That's why I keep calling it an odd front. You'll never hear me say 3-4. I say odd front. I always say odd front because it's not a 3-4.
Yeah. Right. When I found this, again, this was listed as a 4-3 under.
Yeah.
So I do think it's interesting how they're gonna line guys up because we can look at the depth chart now. We can look at the position listings. They may have different guys playing different positions. I mean, Ed Oliver is their 4-eye guy right now. They could easily switch Dion over there and do the same thing. You know what I'm saying? So
you know what I would do for this? I would zoom. I would short motion my tight end. Just say if I'm on the weak side. Yeah. I would. No, I got to be on the strong. I'd be on the strong side.
Or you can motion.
Yeah, I would motion my Z in. I would seal the star. I would arc the tight end to go block the corner. Now we got that cross block and create a natural seam, and I would attack the edge. Right? I would attack the edge. And you can do the same thing on this side. Right? You can zoom across and you can hook, you can double up to the wheel, you can bring that guard around on that corner and let the running back go one-on-one with the safety. It's about building walls and creating lanes.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
And that's what it's about. If you can build a wall, create a lane, now the running back, you got to do your job.
Yep.
You one-on-one, you got to be somebody. I don't see them. I see a lot of games being played here. I just see a lot of games, a lot of movement, a lot of dropping out.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of games being played.
100%. Yeah, this is not going to be one of those deals where they line up and stop. This is I'm showing you something, but I'm not actually going to do any of what I'm showing you. That's all Jim Leonhard does. I'm showing you this, not happening. Like green dog blitzes, like Coach D, and creepers and things like that. A lot of simulated pressure. They don't blitz a lot. Jim Leonhard doesn't blitz. Yeah. He sends a lot of simulated pressure. So it's going to be something that's going to be hard to explain until you see it.
My biggest issue with that, and Coach D, you're well equipped to speak to this. When it comes to the disguises and stuff like that, a lot of that stuff plays well in the regular season, and it plays well against quarterbacks that are maybe not the cream of the crop, so to speak. But when you start going up against the Pat Mahomes of the world and the the Justin Herberts and some of these other great quarterbacks, the Matt Staffords of the NFL, can you just talk to us a little bit about like preparation for disguised defenses and what that looks like and how you what you try to do against those types of defenses?
Well, let me tell you like this. Having a chance to play with Dan Marino, right? Mm-hmm. He used to want teams to blitz him. He wanted teams to come up with some, because in his mind, he was going to figure it out. He was going to figure it out, and he was going to beat you at your own game. So when you get to those elite guys like that, like they're up for the challenge of you sending exotic blitzes, you showing one thing. Like they pride themselves on figuring out what you're doing, and they look for any kind of little tips, any tendencies that they can find when you get to the playoff level, right? That'll expose or catch you off guard, or like I was just watching something, man. I saw something where the offensive coordinator, they had him mic'd up, and one of the teams was showing at the last minute they showed a blitz coming, and he started saying, "Yeah, come." Like he wanted them to come. Like he was saying, "Come," because they had already had a beater for it, right? So when you get to that level, it's like they're prepared, and if you gotta, at some point, you're gonna have to get to a place to where you're able to just man up and get after the quarterback.
Yeah.
Like, and eventually that's what it's gonna take. But to your point, like, yeah, quarterbacks like that, offensive coordinators, when you get to the playoffs, when you get to that divisional round, the championship round, like they're not fooled as much as the quarterbacks are in the regular season. They're not fooled by what you're doing, right? So, to your point, yeah, it's gonna come a time where you're going to line up and play.
Right. And I think for me, we know that the inspiration for this multiple style defense comes from defenses that Jim Leonard has played in himself. You talked about the inspiration from Rex Ryan and the quote there that Jim Leonard gave that came from Rex. But when you look at Rex Ryan's defenses, I mean, Coach D, you mentioned you got to have great corner play. Rex Ryan had Chris McAllister in Baltimore, and he had Darrelle Revis in New York when he was the head coach there. So there's always been at least one guy to shut down one side of the field. Do you see a corner on this team right now being able to step out there and execute in that fashion?
Before you answer, should I brace myself?
Y'all know the answer to that question. You got to ask me that.
Scared. Aramis already messed me up. I'm scared of what you're going to say.
No, because I said I could make a small argument for how Igbinosun should be allowed to compete with Christian Benford for the CB1 spot.
Nah, man.
Okay, go ahead.
At this time, I don't see nobody. I don't see them having a guy that you can say go take the best receiver out of the play. I just I'd like for Benford to be that guy. I'd like for Max to be that guy. He's one of our guys right from here in Detroit. But at this point, I can't say that. And I mean, Max has never really been that guy, a guy that can like take away the team's best receiver. Benford, he's getting better. He's getting better, but I just can't. I don't see those guys having that. I can't say the capability, but I don't see them having that, showing that ability to do that at this time.
Yeah.
Based off what we've seen, no, I just you don't have that. They need people over the top.
Yeah. I wholeheartedly agree. Okay. I think that's all we got. Did Coach, your thoughts on? So these are the names that
I'm gonna be looking at this. This is really interesting. Like I'm already thinking about what would I do to attack this. Like this is really interesting. Like this is gonna be, like once you get to the second level, it's like hard to stop. Like,
yeah,
you gotta have great safety play.
Yep.
Because so they're banking on you not getting past the second level. Like it's good. They're making it hard as possible for you to get past the second level.
Yep.
And if I recall, did we sign? Did we draft any like run stoppers
at linebacker
or D-line?
D-line?
No run stoppers. None.
Or linebacker, like
no. We drafted Caleb Elarms Orr, who's a athletic, sideline to sideline type of linebacker.
And Zane Durant, the D tackle.
And Zane Durant is
the Ed Oliver clone.
Yeah, he's an Ed Oliver clone.
Like there's two natural bubbles in this defense. Like, and then on the inside, and it, like, man, like we're attacking that.
Yeah.
Like we're attacking that. If you don't have a Mike that can stick his face in there and clog that thing up, man, we're attacking that, man. Yeah, it's interesting. But go ahead. I'm sorry.
Yeah. No. So okay. Shoot. What was the?
You were going down the road of.
There was something with the depth chart that I wanted to pull up.
Oh.
We were having I ran a poll to see, because we ran through the depth chart, and we just kind of, who we think should start at which positions. We put DJ Moore as wide receiver 1. We put Khalil Shakir as wide receiver 2, playing at X. And the debate here was Skylar Bell or Keon Coleman in the slot. What do you think?
Well, if you're talking about slot, I mean, I think Skylar Bell is more suited for the slot. I can't see them putting Keon down in the slot. I think I can't see them putting Keon down in the slot. There's too many. There's a lot more reading and anticipating in that slot position than it is out wide. Like you got to watch so much. You got to be able to process quick and make decisions fast, and like it's a lot more that goes on in that slot than it does on the outside. That's not to say Keon is not, but I just, I think he's played outside most of his career for a reason, right? And then I don't know. But on the side of that, because they're on this whole, we're gonna make Keon, we're gonna prove everybody wrong about Keon. They're gonna give him a shot somewhere.
Yeah, and that's kind of what I was thinking. My defense for Keon in this situation was from a GM standpoint. If I'm the GM and I've said all this stuff about Keon Coleman, I got to be thinking I'm trying to get as much value out of this kid as I possibly can right now. Yeah, and from that standpoint alone, I think his skill set right now with because Joe Brady ran a lot of that Air Coryell style of pass first offense, right? Which is a lot of those, the nines and the deep posts and stuff like that, right? And not that Keon can't do that, but that doesn't best fit his skill set in a sense, right? Mm-hmm. So I think him moving inside to the slot and trying to take advantage of some of those matchups and just being bigger than most of the guys that he's going to be going against gives him an opportunity to really shine and show what he can do, and gives the Bills the ability next season to where if they wanted to sign him to some kind of transition tag and try to trade him or something like that, he'll actually have some value next season. So that was really my thought.
Yeah. Well, and the conversations now is, hey, listen, Joe, listen, we don't let it be known that teams wanted to trade for him. We didn't want to trade him. Like we were really sticking our neck out on the line here, saying we believe in Keon and he is worth the value of pretty much our first round pick 3 years ago. Like we gotta find a way to make him valuable and to get out of him something. So that's the conversation going on behind the scenes.
Yeah,
like we gotta get something out of him. So let's whatever, if we can put him in the slot. Like how much does Keon? What's his weight now?
Like 215.
Yeah, 6'3", 215.
Yeah, I mean, I was thinking about, remember how the Saints used
Michael Thomas?
Michael Thomas. No, not Michael Thomas, the boy before him.
Oh, Marcus Colston.
Yeah. Remember how they used him and they moved him around a lot. They put him in the slot, right? They put him close to that may be something, a way they use Keon.
That's kind of what I was thinking. Yeah, something like that.
Yeah. So they could use him in that role. A lot of stuff where he's over the middle because he's big enough to handle the physicality of it. We can go sit in space, find the seam, sit in the hole, get over the middle of the field, something like that.
A lot of seam routes. Yep.
Yeah, I think using him in that way may be the best way to get out of Keon what his talents should yield. But they're gonna find a way. They're gonna find a way to, because they done basically, when you let everybody know, man, we had all kinds of people calling him for trades and we didn't do it. Oh, you got to get some out of him now.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, absolutely. All right, Coach D, we're gonna let you go now. We gotta get to the close here. I appreciate you coming on. Thank you very much. Is there anything else you wanted to say to the people before you go? You got some Reese tea for everybody?
You want to talk about the new ingredient in the Keys tea?
Wait. I'm going to tell you this before, like, two things. Real quick. So Rich is extremely mad at you for not getting him some Reese tea by this time.
I gotta get him some. I gotta get my boy Rich some. I get it to him next week.
And Key came up with the idea of Reese. What is it? Reese nog? Reese eggnog?
Yeah, Reese nog.
Reese nog.
Give me some eggnog.
We let you come up with that recipe. You come up with the recipe, we'll produce it.
That's how he works. If you got an idea, you
gotta figure it out.
Because you're like, okay.
Right. All right, boy. Appreciate it.
Thank you, Coach D.
Yeah.
I know you gotta get out of here, but I was holding on to.
I gotta let him go.
Yep.
All right, there you go.
I was holding on to something. I'm not really going to discuss, but just going to make a comment on them. Question about the title for which I'll bring it up, Jim. I'm sorry, when I bring it up, Jim was in the DC Broncos. Why do people think you're running a traditional 3-4? He could. Okay, so yeah, we just touched on that.
Yeah, we covered all that.
We covered that already. I would find it hard to believe that they're able to convince Jim Leonard to take the job and not give him any say on who we're drafting. That's exactly what I was getting at. No bones. That's why I said, if he's not mentioning a 3-4 nose tackle, why should we? And Tori said the word around the league, McDermott was stale, nobody impressed. Exactly. So that's why I'm so upset about the way we handled this offseason so far, because we're doing the same thing that was stale and unimpressive. But that also lends to McDermott's, his scouting, we'll say, wasn't that bad. Some people want to say it was his roster in charge of 53. This 53 still intact. And now we're saying, oh yeah, look at who's better now. Same team.
Yep.
Same team. So, having said all that, just want to give you guys some background. We're supposed to have Coach D on a little earlier. He couldn't. You saw it. He was enjoying his Reese tea too much. He was enjoying the Reese tea too much.
He's in his hometown, man.
He had a case. He was just passing him out the porch. Piper almost.
He drives around Detroit like Paper Boy, just tossing them back and forth.
Going by cash check, just tossing them out the window, everything.
They see that Tahoe coming into town. Oh, it's Christmas.
Oh, he's like, we're Romulus again? I got to get to Romulus. Okay. But this is your chance not to miss out. Get yourself a case of that Reese. The Sabres are on right now. I don't know the score. I taped it. You saw me put it on my phone. I was taping it on Spectrum. Yeah, I have Spectrum. Don't blame me. Whatever. But I'm taping it again. I'm going to watch it when I get home. I'm going to hopefully enjoy what I see. But you can't do that in its full entirety without that Reese tea. Get yourself some health. Get yourself some refreshingness. Get yourself some deliciousness. You deserve it. It's Friday. You made it through a whole nother week. So don't listen to me. Don't listen to A. Don't listen to Coach D, because he was drinking his tea. Get it for yourself and let him know how good it was. Tell him yourself. Go ahead, click the link in the description below and let them know that we sent you, and tell them how much you love it.
Now, listen, as soon as you get some Reese tea, if at some point you happen to be sitting near a remote control or your computer or your keyboard or whatever, and you spill the Reese tea on the electronic and it goes dead, right there behind me, HighMikeHighTech.com is the guy that you can call. If you're here locally, he can meet you anywhere you need to be met, and he will get there and first and foremost confiscate the rest of your Reese tea. And then secondly,
you might even take payment in Reese tea.
He might even take payment. Yeah, no, knowing him, he won't. But seriously though, like I can't say enough about the jobs that Rich from High Mike High Tech has done for me personally. He's done laptop fixes. He's done controller fixes. He built me 2 computers. I mean, all kinds of adjustments on this computer here alone to make sure that we're able to, provide this nice live stream for you guys uninhibited. So I definitely, I want you guys to really hit him up if there's any questions or anything like that. Like, that's the guy that you need to be calling to find out about your technical needs. Even if you're just looking to go buy a TV, or if you're looking to buy a cell phone or something like that, extremely knowledgeable. You can call him up, biggest brain, and pay the consulting fee. I don't know how any of that works, but just give the guy a call.
He'll tell you.
Right.
Call him. He tells you what he does. And before I let you go, make sure you thumbs up this. I feel like this is a good show.
Yeah.
I feel like this is a great show. I think more people need to see it than the 30 people watching it right now. We got to about 50 people. We could have did better than that.
For sure.
The show needed more than 50 views at a time.
Yeah.
Let them know by hitting those thumbs. Subscribe. What'll it hurt?
Very true. Very true. All right. Appreciate that. Let's get the music going.
You didn't cut me off.
No.
Appreciate it. Anyway.
The people need to get to the Sabres game. All right. Listen, we thank you so much for being here with us. We realize the Sabres game is on right now, so we will get out of your hair, and I got to get to work. With that being said, we thank you so much for tuning in. Make sure you check back with us on Monday, 5:30 p.m. to 7:30 p.m. We will have plenty of great content ready for you there. Maybe some more debates, maybe some more polls. We'll see. But you got to be there to find out. Also, the link for our merch page is in the description of this video. When you go on our YouTube channel, there's a bar there right before the video where you can kind of see the merch and stuff that we have there. If you're looking for some for a new look or something like that, we got some really cool designs for your Bills gear. Season's coming up quick, and we're probably a lot cheaper than any of the Bills stuff that you're going to be buying from any Buffalo store up around here. So check it out; it's worth your while. You might like something, you might find something. For our members, if you're a member of the channel, if you hit that join button already, you get a 20% discount on your entire purchase when you shop at our merch store. So make sure you check that out as well. Okay. With that being said, this has been the Post Podium Podcast. So many all truth, no sodium takes. I've been your co-host Aramis.
40 keys.
All right, y'all have a great night. Enjoy the Sabres game. We about to win. Let's go. Where's my mouse?
Like Laura said. Don't be dumb. Give me your thumbs and eat my cereal, Mr. T cereal.